we stand for her and pledge, please? Praise God, our Heavenly Father, again, we thank you for this day. We just thank you for being with us and watching over us. And Lord, we just ask that you would be with our county employees today. We want to lift them up to you. We ask for safety upon them. And Heavenly Father, we ask also that you would just give us the knowledge and wisdom to make the best decisions for our county. We ask this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Everybody, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Hallelujah.
Okay, call the meeting to order. All three commissioners is here, Candace and Lauren. You got anything for the agenda?
There were 3 correspondents added, the certificates of the value, or from the assessor, the values. That needed to be listed on there. Dave Brucker sent a letter of interest to serve on the 911 advisory, and First Energy sent a notice of entry for survey work. I didn't have that we were actually working on the budget, but we're continuing to work on that until it posts. And then the sheriff had requested an executive session. I believe those were the only changes.
Here, motion to approve the agenda.
Make a motion to approve the agenda. Second.
Second. All right, we'll get out the minutes for the last meeting.
I cannot finalize, that was that meeting that we were here all day from 9 to 7 or 8. And I had to work on the budget, the ballots and the payrolls. Minutes kind of fell to the Sarah.
Let's see, anything on the sheet, anybody like to comment? I never thought about getting it.
No, so you're just gonna leave it there for us to sign.
Great, thank you. Correspondence, West Virginia Division of Corrections. I don't know what we need to do, but our jail bill is climbing pretty good. Been a good while, year later, it's been in the 40s. I don't know. And then let me look through these.
Let's go to jail bill, if we want to, we can have the prosecuting attorney come and talk to it.
There's,
They review it, the prosecutor,
No,
the judges, they get,
We can give like a,
well, they get copies of it and they go through and see if anybody shouldn't be on it.
yeah,
And then actually there is a name coming off of it. I don't remember who told me that the other day. They were reviewing it, found another credit that they need to get.
well, there's some codes in there that I wish we could get our people to go by, maybe it would help us. Office of the assessor's report here. We have it here. The regional jail bill this month, just to let people know, was $42,948.36. So it's climbing pretty good. And you have this, that's his report. Then we have the dog warden report here. Just sold or given away five dogs and 10 cats. Picked up 6 dogs and 10 cats. And, 911 Advisory Council. We have a letter here from Jared Bruce, who would like to serve on that board. We have a letter here from Mark Yonkers, who would like to serve on that board also. And we have the 911 Emergency Medical Services Report. We've also had and I got an email on that about the large trucks going to the town. Have you heard anything about that, Candace?
Yeah.
But we see it. That's what we're talking about. We see it here. There's a lot of larger trucks.
Oh, I know you are, but how you can't stop them, can you? Do you really wanna stop them?
Don't know that there's signs that says they can't, is there?
Well, just like up in New Creek, they have a sign where it says not to use Jake brakes.
Yeah,
I'm good with that, but,
I mean.
if
is
you
it because
stop
of the-
trucks from going to the town, what are they gonna do out here at Industrial Park?
Right, I mean, I understand that. Don't know that we could, but
If you wanna set it, he's gonna be in town next week, if you wanna, he's thinking, is it next week he's coming in?
Yes.
If you wanna set up a meeting with him one day.
So is this about traveling through town or is this
Yeah.
about the larger trucks?
The larger trucks and coming through town.
Well, they're trying to put through legislation that is on federal level of increasing the allowed of to 91,000 pounds. For the larger, I think it's 91,000 pounds for the larger trucks.
You wanna set a
that's what this is.
meeting up with him next week, or Tammy's the one I think send it to me. Because
I think Kaiser does have an ordinance, I think, on Jake brakes, but they don't enforce it at all.
It's tough to enforce the Jake brake. That's I think we can consider it a safety feature on the vehicle. And trucks usually use Jake brakes and they get in a position where they can't. And it's just basically taking away the brake from them.
Right.
Can't get into a mess with the safety side of things.
the American Legion riders and,
On that note too, we'll probably have to have a work session for the budget next week, so if we wanna line it up with the same
it
time
wouldn't be a bad idea.
that the gentleman's.
And they're requesting, did you put that on the,
That's not local.
I know it's not, but
Yeah.
I'm just asking if you didn't.
No,
Okay.
that's that was only a correspondence for you all to consider, but it's not the local post.
West Virginia Department, Division of Labor. Sure.
And when those certificates to in this, here's the three original elevator certificates. There's one for the courthouse, the annex, and the law enforcement building.
Great.
So I'm giving the three originals to you.
They need to be posted in the elevator.
In the elevators.
We've been waiting those.
Is there already a little pocket that they slide into?
There might be. I don't know if it's in all of them. I'll look at it. But I was looking the other day.
And we got a letter here from Consolidated, a couple of them from Consolidated Public Retirement Board.
Yes, that's the rates for the retirement for the PERS, DERS, and ERS, public employees, deputy retirement, and for the EMS. So PERS will decrease from 9% to 8%. Then the DERS will remain the same at 17%, and ERS and EMS will remain at 9.5. So in doing the budget, those figures have been added in.
And certificate of evaluation.
These are the values that we get from Jill,
Yeah.
which I plugged into the budget. And it's approximately 90%, 90,000 more. But I will add that the insurance went up about 90,000, so they balance each other out.
So we're not looking too bad.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
We gotta come up with $500,000 cut from what I've got right now in the budget, so.
All right. We got another letter here from David Rucker to serve on the advisory committee campus. And, we got a letter here from First Energy. Survey work is going on. What's it going on there? Did you read?
No, it's in number 10, and that's Welton District. I'm not really sure where Par Run Junction.
What is it? Our run? Where?
Par,
Not over your way?
It's over our way, but I don't know where Paul Run is either. See, that was supposed to come through our property, but it's not coming through, I hope.
Is this for power line?
Yeah. So we'll have to see. It doesn't really say on it, does it?
and if I put in, if you plug in the tax map parcel number there at the top, it'll pull it up. I just hadn't had a chance to do that yet. Now, everything, I don't have anything in your packet under old business, it's just all followed through.
You don't have nothing in here for old business, you say?
Well, I don't have anything in your packet.
That's what I meant.
Yes, correct, sir.
Okay, board of appointments, 911 advisory.
Jared Bruce and Yonker are representing the two municipalities, Ridgely and Kaiser. Mr. Rucker, I guess, would be a member at large, but you filled that with Rex Road and, Kathlinger.
Yeah. But
Don't make a motion, we appoint Jared Bruce, no.
Yeah, Jared
Jared Bruce and Mark Yonker to that board.
I'll second that also.
I agree.
Okay, and so we'll go down to, now that board's complete, correct?
Correct.
Update on the courthouse courtroom improvement project.
So for the courthouse, I walked through with Tom, the architect, yesterday. Still at least 10 to 20 or more items that need to be fixed or completed by fair chance. So, we're gonna basically cancel, I think, basically the closeout of the project. For the courtroom, it's still with, Judge Pancake, to review and to, I guess, agree with the others on what they want done, in the courtroom. And once I can get to that point, I can move forward with the process. The money does have to be spent this year. So, I've been following up and I'll follow again
Just this calendar year.
this calendar year.
Not the.
Sorry, this calendar year.
So we need to get moving on that, so.
We do, we just don't, we did have alignment and then they, Peggy reached out to me and they wanted to make other changes. They didn't agree with all of it, when the meeting was held with, the former director and, the architect. So what was agreed upon is no longer.
Okay. And the sheriff is okay with the cameras and stuff on that?
Yeah, that's something that, Hotchkiss looked through,
Okay.
so he's aware of the setup.
Back to the courthouse, you said close out, are you finalizing and
Like
doing final
finalizing,
payment?
yes, like
Okay.
finalizing and no longer having to do these, the punch list is
Because we
finished,
still have one final payment, I think, on that.
yes, but the punch list is not finished. Not even close,
So, but you're still closing it out, anybody making the final payment?
no,
Oh, okay, I thought that's what you were saying.
I'm sorry, I'm using terms that are probably not local government.
Okay, so we're not finalizing.
No.
yet. Okay.
Now, is that concrete in it? It's not, what's that? Fair chance getting moved.
No, that was another contractor.
You got anything else on?
I think that's it for right now.
Okay, update on the CBD. CDBG grant.
Is there?
Oh, okay, so the blue building, I have to go through the DEP process. I did speak with someone on Friday, Jacob. He was very helpful, but he said the best thing is to start from the beginning, submit the request for demolition, and wait the 10 days. Without having all of the information about the building, it's taking some time for me to get that. So I'm submitting it today, because I do have to upload some documents. I also have to find the order where it was determined in one of these meetings to tear it down. And I've been through agenda after agenda.
It was just, they made the motion to approve the quote from Bondage.
Was in
That was
July.
it,
I think it was in July. That would be
but there was no order to tear it down.
Well, I mean, it was just a motion to,
Approve the quote,
yeah.
okay.
I don't think we literally said tear it down. I just think they made the motion to.
That's what the DEP website or the ESS website is, requesting,
Okay.
an order.
An actual order?
Basically a document that says, the demolition of,
That's why they want to tear down that blue house, it's already on the ground.
Do we need do we need to have it on the agenda?
Yeah.
Legal too.
Well, it's under the topic, it's under this improvement project as part of the project. I mean,
Retroactive back to our July meeting. I think we approved it in July.
I can submit if I can find that, the notes, or if you can send them to me, or I'll look for them. I can do that and then I'll just put the quote with it. I'll try that. But that's all I have on it. But I've been asking, just so you know, I want to get rid of it just as much as everybody else does, but we're still, on hold to do anything further.
No findings of where the sink is at.
Yeah.
I know it's been windy and stuff, but can we get somebody, either Jeremy or our maintenance guys, to get some tape up around there, some danger tape to keep,
Can put it back up, yeah.
yeah, keep that up.
But as far as we know, all the asbestos has been removed.
It has. We have the actual licensed company that were working on that project. They came over and removed it. And I submitted that to the state as well.
Okay, the health department should be finished sometime around middle to the end of April, they're hoping for. So just an update on that. Opioid funding.
So last meeting, we approved the other 7,500 for CASA,
yes.
but they actually was approved for 20,000. And I'm not sure where the mix-up was.
Well, that was my mix up because they had requested 15.
Yeah,
And then they were approved for 20, and when I did my spreadsheet after the 15, so they've been paid out the 15, but there's still the 5 remaining.
so there's 5 remaining. I'd like to go ahead and make a motion to approve that other 5,000 for them.
I second that.
Okay,
And then, AHAC West, they were approved for 15,320. We paid them half, 7,660, I believe. So I need to make a motion to approve the other half of that, 7,660.
I second that.
where are they located?
They are the ones that are located in Allegheny County, but this is for an employee in Mineral County to handle cases in Mineral County.
They also help with TPM.
They help TPM, and Staggers House, and that's what that Mineral County employee does.
Do we need to strike that last motion we made, it was 7,500?
No,
No.
just, no, leave it in there and then just add another 5,000.
Okay.
That'll be all. And then also the ambulance authority had 6,000 left in there, or yes, 6,000. They were getting paid in 30,000 increments, but for some reason in November, they were only paid 24,000. So there was a remaining 6,000 in there for ambulance authority.
So I'm gonna make a motion, go ahead and pay them the other 6,000.
I second that.
Is that all you got
Yes, sir.
on the opioid? I approved the dog ordinance hiring part-time.
We talked that last time and that was basically, what the results of the background checks were. So we will be moving forward with full-time.
With both?
No. not at this time, just the full time.
Are we Harrison? I mean, are they starting or you're still interviewing?
We're gonna start.
Okay, who is it? And when do they start?
Is,
'Cause they need to approve that first.
yeah, I did,
Justin Albright.
yeah. Thank you. I sent it to,
Yeah, she sent it to us.
And when does he start?
these, not this coming Monday, but the Monday after.
I didn't think, I didn't even know what month we're in.
16.
Is there a motion?
16.
I make a motion, we, hire Justin Albright to start, March 16th for the dog warden position,
Assistant.
assistant.
I'll second that.
Okay. The discuss the 2024 crisis response critical incident money for 18,000.
So I read through what you sent. Did I miss something? Like, it doesn't have a timeline on it.
I didn't actually, I glanced through it, but
Yeah, I
I
didn't
didn't really.
see that. I mean, the only thing I can do at this point, it's been last on my list, honestly, but the only thing I can do is call them. I mean,
I just found out where that went clear back to October 23rd, 2023.
yeah, this was in 2023.
So the letter that came with, the check from the state, and it had additional follow-up. And the code reference and everything, so I copied all that for Candace, to get clarification for it. It did say in there initially that the money would be turned over to the ambulance authority initially, but then at the second meeting, they said, and the correspondence that was sent out is that they would work it with the ambulance authority for the funding, because we have to account for that money. So since it doesn't have a deadline yet, I guess we have some time to work with. I think that several people have ideas of what they would, like to see it spent on, so, I think they've been exploring that.
The ambulance authority themselves has that.
Members, yes. Those in the emergency field that are aware of it.
Okay, where's our sheriff at? That's nothing about that, discuss, and approve the prosecuting attorney's office work orders quote for carpet.
So we went, Jason went and got piano or the tiles for the ceiling, so those are picked up and upstairs. The person who did the carpeting for these buildings has like a ton of work. So he works for Puppet Workers and he's a contractor, I'm assuming, so he's not gonna be available, come out and measure, but he's basically can't do it, I guess. So we are going to price the carpeting to see if we can do it in-house. Because it ranges from like 60-some cents a square to like $4, depending on what grade. So I wanna look back and see what we used here.
For maintenance measures, can you give us some price on
They
that?
won't. They use someone to measure for us, cause we have the measurements, but they don't, do that.
What about the other one in town, Kaiser, is it Kaiser
Kaiser
Carpet?
Decorating, Kaiser,
Kaiser Carpet or Kaiser, what's it?
We can ask.
It's Mark's flooring.
he's at the.
Okay.
Are you familiar with
What's
that?
that?
I don't, but
He's
then
at
check other places.
They're in Longman.
Okay. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's one.
Yeah, I think he's up, he's up for, Pine Swamp Road, I think. Is the one I'm thinking of.
Who runs that now?
His name has escaped me.
If it's the one I'm thinking of,
I'm not sure, but we can check with them, so.
Then, but Mark Pufferberger, who runs Pufferberger Carpet, is in hospital in Winchester in bad shape.
Really? Okay. Yeah, that we didn't speak to them, we only spoke to their contractor
And
that,
I think those workers are trying to keep it going for right now, but
okay, they didn't say, so that's.
The ceiling tiles, did you get enough to replace all the ceiling tiles?
So we got what they had at that
everything
location.
that they have.
Was it 9 boxes or
11.
11 boxes?
Okay. Well, I was thinking is before you put the new ones up, can you have maintenance paint the metal portions? Because some of them aren't really,
Oh, I know.
discolored.
Yeah,
So-
so they will have to do, it's not just a install, there's gonna be other work that needs to be done, like the painting and all that,
Yeah, but if they take care of that before
you know.
they try and put the new ones up.
Once they finish, Krista Dixon's, bathroom, then they'll be able to do that, so. We're working with them on it.
I didn't know they were doing her bathroom.
Well, that is back from June,
The
Okay.
kitchen area,
last year,
yeah,
Oh, wow.
something from last year.
they had an hand-built kitchen sink in there. And it took a lot of the bathroom area.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, is that it on the prosecuting attorney's office?
Mhm. Yeah, thank you.
Mowing contract for 911 rerun.
So after the last meeting, I've had a lot of discussions and, right now it is probably not the best time to do this. I thought it would be. I thought it'd be good to have a contract code for the fiscal year from July 1 to June 30th. It was pointed out to me and I never even thought about it. And I'm glad the guy pointed it out to me that as big as the job this is, they would wanna know in the fall that they would have the job. Or else they would need to pick up other jobs, for your larger full-time contractors to do this.
So will we revisit this in the fall?
I don't think we should need to revisit this in the fall.
Well, should we do it, start it in July, the bid process, so they can be awarded in the fall?
We could start in midsummer, mid toward the end of summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do we think that it's probably based on the information we received in the cost that it's been, is it better to hire somebody full-time or to contract it out, do we think?
Right now, I'm gonna say contract it out.
Okay.
Still work to get these money.
Okay.
We just started, so that goes by, you know.
right. Right?
We didn't get invited, it is.
And they stop it here.
Where are they stopping?
I think they stop close. Everybody gets up and checks their car real quick.
City Hall.
Well, there's a Mineral County school bus over there.
Maybe something happened on here.
They are stopped at the intersection, but there's a school bus in front of the coffee shop and the fire trucks are sitting there and one's down there. I don't know if there's a train on it, I don't know.
They have a traffic stop
Oh,
too.
down.
Yeah.
Hopefully, everybody's okay, your kids are.
All right,
Rick went out to make sure his car wasn't on fire.
Your truck is what I was looking at.
all right, discuss and approve and modify the policy of public holidays. Look at.
Okay, so I need to draft something, any input is appreciated on what we want. I'm assuming that we wanna stick to where we mute everyone, and then if they're, when do we want them to be basically have some sort of sign-in, over, like Zoom? Like you can actually put in the comments, I mean, if it works like Teams, you can put that you're here and that you would like to speak. That would be something I can check, is that something we'd be interested in doing?
I would rather people be here if
Okay.
they want to speak.
And that's
I
fine,
think so too.
that's fine with me, I mean, I was just asking, that's what I'm looking for,
Cause
feedback.
when you go down to the video and watch it on YouTube, you don't see the names of the people who speak.
Okay, so anyone wishes to speak, that's what we wanna, I write that up as. that
That
they're here.
doesn't include Zoom meetings though, does it, intercommission meeting? Cause I know Mayor Ball, he gets on there something, that's, so you're gonna have to state that.
Okay,
'Cause it's not gonna be fair to some of the,
I think there could be some exceptions, like municipalities, but
I think if they make appointments and they wanna be on by Zoom, but by an appointment,
yeah.
okay,
because their name will be on the agenda then and they will be.
we've done that before, we've had appointments, over
Yeah.
we've had people present,
Yeah, I think appointments will be okay over Zoom, as long as they need to have their video on so that you see their face and
You think public comments, they should be in person?
public comments should be in there.
Um, they're allowed to sign up prior to the meeting, but we usually don't turn the Zoom on until the meeting starts. So,
The recording part.
well, to even get it on sometimes, so, I mean, to allow them in the beginning of the meeting to say, you know, that they want to.
Or they need to call and make an appointment. And so that their appointment's on the agenda. That's what I'm talking
And
about.
for this type of information, will we post that on our website and will we post it on the courthouse Facebook? Is that how we would get the information out? I'm assuming.
So we're saying if people wanna just come and make a public comment, they have to be here to do it.
Mhm.
If they wanna
I
do
hear what you're
it.
saying, but then, you know, to say that if they sign up before the meeting starts and say, I wish to speak. I mean, they just have to sign up for the day before,
Yes. Well,
or if they have not done.
I don't understand what you're saying. If you're talking about public comment, are you talking about public
Well,
comment?
you can sign up for an appointment too.
Yes.
Prior, just before the meeting starts. So if somebody comes in before the meeting starts, says, I'd like to have an appointment, so I didn't know if they're offered that on Zoom as well.
Yeah, so if they want an appointment, then yes, because that appointment will be on the agenda.
But then we don't normally turn them
But they're-
until the meeting starts, so.
Well, that's fine, but I mean, once the meeting starts, they can't talk to us before the meeting starts anyway.
I mean, somebody walks in the door before the meeting starts, they say, I would like an appointment, then we set them an appointment. And give them the 10.
Oh, no, they're not gonna walk in the door the day of the meeting and,
I think you can. I think you're allowed to set them up even the day of.
Then
well, then they're gonna be here.
they'll be here.
Then
But I'm
they'll be here.
saying you're not offering that at all for the Zoom.
No.
Price of gas, it's worth something to not, to be able to get it taken care of ahead of time and not have to spend the gas to come into the meeting that. You look at that side,
Well, I understand that,
yeah.
but if you know ahead of time that you wanna come, you can call and make an appointment, then you can get on Zoom and do that.
Yeah,
Right now, people are hiding behind Zoom. We don't even know if that's their name or anything like that, and make them come.
I agree with the thing about that they should have the video on.
Yeah.
You know, if you can see them. Yeah, it makes a difference. And I totally agree with that. That, you know, so you should be able to just have some random voice coming out of the machine and, yeah, you know, could be saying something, especially if it's something nasty.
Yeah. Cause you're gonna work on that, we'll
Yeah,
look at the next.
well, but that would end the next one.
Huh?
That would end the next one, the policy on boards and appointments.
Yeah,
Really, anything I wanna make with on these boards and appointments, I think, is like the public service districts that when they are appointed or even reappointed, that there be at least a resume. I think we need a resume, to know what the person's qualifications is, that kind of thing to be put on that board, so. You don't want to put somebody in there that has absolutely no clue about water, sewer, or business. I mean, business person would be fine. They don't have any experience with water, sewer, piping or anything like that. But maybe somebody doesn't have the business experience, but they also have some experience with water and sewer and that kind of thing. So that's my thing. I think at least a resume for the public service districts, that they put in a resume instead of just signing a letter saying, I want to be appointed, I desire to be appointed. I think we should ask for a resume from them. That's the only thing I think.
I agree with that.
okay, we got this.
When would we like these completed? I just so I can.
When you have time.
Yeah.
That's right.
No,
Give
I
me,
know
give me
how,
a time frame, cause I'm.
I know how stressed you are, I don't want to put you in.
Will we like it by like April 1? I mean, maybe April 1, May,
May
that'll give me,
would be good.
like, get through this ARPA.
The first meeting and we call them.
I'll write that again. Next one.
Oh, okay.
Anybody texted the sheriff?
I did text them.
Okay, yeah, I didn't wanna bombard you with somebody else, already.
Oh, he did text back. We'll have to move him to the end. He had a family emergency
Okay.
running late.
Okay, the next one is heating
Okay.
issues.
So Doug, I received the quote.
Okay.
Have you seen, I don't know if you,
I have
okay.
not.
So we received a quote from Royal Air, because we are having continued, heating issues at Family Court.
Yes.
Right? And they came up with some ideas, to put mini splits. Those are very costly. But asked Doug to come over because Doug explained to Tom, yesterday what was going on. So if you wanna explain to them kind of when you talk to Royal Air.
So, Family Court, you're familiar with how they designed all those attorney-client rooms, then we got two big, that's the issue we're having. So we got three attorney-client rooms, Sergeant Hotchkiss's security room there. Then we got the two big family court rooms. So they're freezing, sometimes they're 59 degrees with the heat set on 72. So the unit for that is in the hallway back across from Judge Haynes. That unit was put in 2013 or 14, I think. It's a 5-ton unit. Roy Ware's worked on it. You guys have probably signed it. It's from flooding issues. It's only outputting 2,000 CFM. That's what area it can cover. So what they measured the other day said with the way they've added we didn't add square footage. We chopped it up, to make room. So they had to, up in the attic, they had to tie into the 6 and 8 inch flex duct and put T's to run over. So you got long runs. He showed me the picture of what's up in the attic. I mean, I don't even know how they got in there. There's so many flex ducts going everywhere. So what's happening? We turned the heat to 72. Judge Haynes's office is getting 89 degrees. Judge Rock's getting really hot. Then we're freezing up front. So we're not getting any airflow all the way through 30 feet of flex duct and the way they broke it up. So I met with Roy Ware. Their suggestion was, there was multiple suggestions that it should have been done with the remodel, zone heating or something like that should have been done with it. They suggested a air handler up in the ceiling to handle 2 small rooms, then mini splits in the 2 big family court waiting rooms, Sergeant Hotchkiss's in the other consultation room. They suggested mini splits. Now I run it through with Tom yesterday. Tom said, no, we didn't add square footage. It should be handling it and all this. The guy that was.
But what we talked about is with Tom, some of the rooms before may not have had heat to them.
Yes, they may not, because they were open, they were open at the
Yeah.
time, so the air was transitioning into
Yeah,
it, so
there
we.
wasn't any vents for them.
Exactly, so we're not sure of that, if that
Right,
even,
but that could
I don't
be
even remember if some of them didn't have heat, and I've been here 16 years,
What
so.
Well,
But he suggested, Roy Ware suggested mini splits.
Mhm.
Tom suggested that, maybe BMEC, I think is that who
Yeah.
probably would have tied into when they tied into the flexes, they didn't seal them right, so we're heating the attic maybe, and it's not getting out of the vents. So there's options that we maybe need to have checked, but Royal Air, you can't fit up in there the way you gotta crawl, you're crawling on 24-foot center joists and trying to hold on to crawl across so you don't fall down through the ceiling. So they're suggesting the air handler and mini splits.
and that
They
could,
got the unit that's there.
No, the unit would stay. So what would happen, I'm sorry, I didn't go to that far ahead. I'm stuck. So what would happen if they had the air handler, so right about where Shandy's office is, when you go back family court, there's a door, there's a platform up on the ceiling. So they can add a little small air handler there, and they'll cap off the flex duct that goes to the 2 big family court waiting rooms and the small rooms. And all the heat for the unit back there will just focus on the family court with the judges and their secretaries.
Where's the thermostat located?
Right by the door in the hallway. So, yeah. So that's, we've been dealing with this for a while, and we'll deal with it here, with the heat issues coming up, cause it'll get really hot in the rooms because, the wind is out front and stuff, so.
I don't know what the problem is with the heating. In the old courthouse, it was the same identical way.
Yeah.
It would burn up in one room and freeze in the other one.
Yeah, we noticed that yesterday in the old courthouse, our server room was probably 90 degrees because, it's a small server room. And it has a hot water boiler base thing in it. And the door was shut, so I mean, eventually you're probably gonna have to put we have the high velocity that'll cool it when it's turned on, but
Yeah.
they were saying that equipment in there now can
It was a
handle
bit
temperature.
cooler when I went back there, later, cause I wanted to, Tammy and I were looking at it, I need to put it in a lot. So we looked at that and it cooled down some,
Well, I had to turn the air on for the girls in the tax office yesterday because we've been having, even when Luke was in your position, after BMAC installed the new zone heating upstairs, I know you were having issues first up there. It gets so hot if we turn the heat up downstairs, cause where we sit at the door, it's constantly open and so there's cold air coming in. We'll turn the heat up in the girls upstairs rooms. We think the thermostats are flipped. We're controlling their heat and they're controlling ours.
so the quote we have is $25,842 with Royal Air.
I think.
25,842.
We need to get a couple more quotes.
We
Yeah, I think
will,
so, too.
I just wanted to understand.
Do we have an issue last year with air conditioning? That's what man.
Well, we did with the same unit, the one I'm talking about in Family Court.
So you had the same thing last year, it wasn't getting cold.
No, it would be hot up there and cool back there, then it'd be
Okay.
flooding, cause so the way they run their condensation line, they run it up, over, down through the wall, then down into the sewer line into the floor, so it floods, and that's where we got the issue with the wall flooding in Master Court, and I think there's possibly a mold problem there now or something, they were doing some testing for that now because of the flooding from that unit. But this is one of the older units that we have that hasn't been replaced.
Okay.
But they never said replace the unit, you leave that unit, we could use that for that space.
So what is the unit?
It's a 14 or 15,
It's approximately 12 years.
However,
11, 12 years old.
if we put these other mini splits in, we wouldn't need a 5-ton unit there then.
Yeah,
You could
yeah.
decrease the size of that.
No, he's saying we're at 1,400 CFM over. We're at 3,400. He's saying if he takes those rooms off, that'll put us back to 2,000. That'll handle that unit in the hallway for the space back there.
Man, 5-ton unit for that space.
So I questioned that too, but I'm not an HVAC guy.
How big is the space?
I don't know the exact square footage of it.
And basically,
Did
what
he
we talked
cover
about
that?
is not to use square footage because it's commercial, it's
Commercial.
like a residential. So the heating and all that's different.
Yeah.
The way I guess the way you set it up.
Yeah.
I'm basing this off of conversations, so I don't.
Ringo Air was even asking me
I'm not
how
an
many
expert.
people at a time were in like the waiting rooms. I said, well, it's
Varies.
varies. I mean, we have family court on Tuesdays or Thursdays or a Monday. There may be 6 in this room, 5 in this room. Cause he counted the chairs and he said, man, if this room is full, your BTUs with body heat and stuff like that, you need a roof unit. I'm like, well, we don't need a roof unit, but that's the issue that's going on. And I think half the problem in the front there along the bottom in the wintertime, really cold days, the windows are bad there in the front. They're the old original windows and
Yeah.
when the wind blows, the window blinds blow.
No.
So we're losing something there too, so.
Tim, would you?
Yeah, I understand, totally understand the reason why that they say because it's a commercial building. The difference is, because it's a commercial building, some rooms you have 8-foot ceilings in, some rooms you have 12-foot ceilings
That's
in.
true. Yeah.
If you were to give them the square footage of a room and the cubic footage of the room, they should be able to calculate your information. Because then basically they can say, well, hey, this room has a 12-foot ceiling in it, heat rises. We're gonna have to accommodate for that, whether it's through ductwork or if it's, you just gotta have a lot of cold up there, air up there, shoving down to get down to the floor level. Or vice versa,
And I agree with getting more estimates, but the problem we've always run into, we can never get nobody to give us estimates. we used to call everybody to come give us estimates on, you know, heating or electrical work, and we could never get nobody to show up. It's just,
Royal Air is good to work with, they're very.
well, always, if they do show up, I mean, I understand the price is pricey, but, you know,
Oh, they're
you know.
outside.
Thanks, Tom.
Yeah, you're welcome. Anything else?
Thanks, Diane. Joel Wisner said he'll be here about 10 minutes.
You got wood at replacement, what's that, you know?
I got what?
A lot of wood at replacement, what's still in there?
I got a picture of the courthouse with a wood stove in it, you could go back.
I was gonna say, I'm sure there was wood stove over there one time.
There was, yeah.
There you go, solve two problems with one.
Yeah, y'all have a good day.
All right, so we got sign the order,
That house, they didn't-
sign the order for the rate approval for public, for Frankfurt, CSD.
Lauren, do you have that order?
You got the original, it's the original one, yeah, okay. Oh. Like I said, it's just a problem.
Do we need to make a motion? We already made a motion for the rates. Do we need to motion for this order or?
Probably would hurt against. Well. Yeah. I had that on the original.
We've already approved this, so
Yeah.
this is just a signature of it.
Yeah.
This is just a signature of it. Budget, 2026-27 budget.
We're gonna probably need to set up a work session. To work on a budget, we'll at least, move it towards the end of today to go line by line. We have a 10 o'clock hearing. So if we could just move that, towards the end of the meeting to work on the budget.
I'm good with that. Okay. Since the sheriff is not here, see when, we got,
You said
So
that's
this-
all.
needs to be said.
Yeah, this one you
Yeah,
can
it does.
actually,
Hmm.
you can actually,
Here's a letter here for that
Yeah.
one, so.
Deputy, Jacob Kessel, has met his 4-year mark, which automatically puts him as a deputy first class, and that comes with a 500 increase. So you just, need a motion for the increase of promotion number.
No,
Four.
weird.
4 years of the deputy gets you deputy first class, and then 2 years gets you floor full.
I'll make a motion, we approve Deputy Kessel's, promotion and salary increase.
I'll second it.
I agree.
Okay, so Living Faith Ministry request for use of courthouse grounds.
For Mineral County Days, Mineral County Days. National Day of Prayer.
I'll make a motion, we let them use courthouse hall.
I'll second that. I agree.
Okay. All right, Office of Emergency Management, new hire for 911 and additional hire. And you got anything on
They have a letter here for
Here
the
we go.
Yeah.
new hire.
that? Oh, for the
General County Office of Emergency Services are seeking your approval to hire Catherine Walker to fill a full-time 911 telecommunications position. Starting date would be provided to Catherine after receiving negative urine test results. That's, from Jessica Rodra. I'll make a motion, we approve the hire of Catherine Walker. I second that.
Okay.
And the additional hires for 911, I don't know,
I don't
if
know
Joel
what that
has
means.
that.
Well, they're supposed to hire a couple more. Didn't you have interview team more, you said?
Even with that hire, they still have 3 vacancies.
Yeah, okay. Did you hire, did you interview some for part-time, from the hire 911 dispatcher?
Here before,
You interviewed 4?
2 were called to the position, and one accepted it and one back out. So there's still these 3 vacancies.
You said 3 vacancies, but we've not had anybody leave.
I think the conversation additional was because I believe Mr. McKenzie had said that he was gonna fill the positions or requested, or that they weren't gonna fill them, and that, are you requesting now that they go ahead and fill those vacancies?
Yeah.
One question, this Catherine Walker, is she from the one from Hampshire County? Where's she from? Do you know, Joel?
Who's that third?
The one, Catherine Walker, that you, 911 tells,
Sure, where she's from. I think she,
you,
yeah, she
I
is.
don't know.
I think she's from, I think she's from Grant.
Grant, I don't know the lady. All right. So,
Might be.
how many do you have ready to approve new hire for dispatchers?
What?
Just one?
We interviewed 4.
Who is she, if you don't mind me asking?
I don't know her, sir.
Oh, okay, I don't know where it is. Okay, I hear a motion to approve the new hire for 911.
Yeah,
I thought we already did that.
Dutch made motion, Jason seconded.
Oh, I didn't hear you say that. Okay.
Did you wanna back up to old business with the sheriff for the, review and discuss?
Oh, yeah,
policy of
okay,
record
I'm
on
glad you
PD?
brought that up, yeah. You wanna talk about that, Joel?
Well, I guess that would be up to what the ethics commission or whatever you guys look into.
So this is one of these situations, after talking with, WV Corp, the people that run the risk pool. And also has speaking with the ethics commission. It's one of these deals where everybody says, yes, you can do that, but we don't recommend it. It does increase our liability, which would be more miles put on the cars. And I don't know that a police car's presence would be substantial as a deterrent. It would be a deterrent, but do we really have the need to have that deterrent there? So at this time, I'm not in favor of it because of the increased liability. It would change our risk pool cost. But nobody could tell me how much it would change. Oh, it would affect our insurance.
If it's being housed somewhere else, like kept somewhere else, like if the vehicle, would it be?
Well, no, they get to take it home anyway.
Okay.
But we're talking about taking a vehicle, like if they go to a basketball game or something and they're off duty.
Okay.
That's the increased risk there.
Okay.
So at this time, I'll make a motion, we deny it. I guess we need to make a motion, but that's my feelings about it. If we wanna look into it more, if somebody wants to look into it more. I don't have a problem with holding off, whatever you guys wanna do.
I'll second it. I just think we need to have more research done to make sure it's the right thing for us as a county. I would love for the officers to be able to do that, but at the same time, we don't have the finances to, we gotta come up with 500,000 right now in the budget or something.
Okay. Discuss and approve the new Director of Emergency Management Services.
I don't know that he's ready to talk about that, is he?
You ready to talk about that?
I can give you all our recommendation. This is his background and
I've already seen it.
resume.
Is this all of your, all
It's just the one we recommend.
this one? Well, I got a question.
Does he have bachelor's degree? He's not qualified.
He has work experience.
But it says on that, when they posted it, it says bachelor's degree.
What's the equivalency?
No, no, sir. I got looking at that and I ran a copy of that off and it doesn't state that.
I just want to figure it by Eileen.
It says bachelor's degree in public, or business administrator, master's degree preferred. So that is in a separate line.
Then we'll have to start over.
We're gonna have to start, we don't have anybody with a bachelor's degree applied. I mean, I don't have nothing against the man, I'm just saying, we almost have to go with that,
Well, you should read
huh?
the background.
Well, I know, I say, I don't have a thing against
He's
it.
done the job.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying, here's what I'm saying, is if we don't go by this, and something would happen, who's gonna be liable for that?
That's gonna be your own decision if
I'm
you choose
wanting
to
to
do that
protect
or
the
not.
county. Well,
What is that reference? Is that a code reference or?
no, it's reference where the job was, the
Job description,
description.
The advertised job.
I asked for a job description from the employees at 911.
So this is the one that was posted.
I asked for the one that was approved previously to post. And so I used that one again.
I say you would, just need to meet the state requirement for what they require for a director. Yes.
That would be my feeling as well.
Right.
Was there a state requirement for bachelor's degree?
We'll find out for you.
That sounds like we want to put it off till the next meeting
That's
or a work session.
If I can find it.
Hmm?
Unless I can find it before.
Because we're gonna need a work session either this week or next week for the public budget.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here.
Let's do it next week. I'm busy this week. I'm tied up.
Can you make copies of this? Make me a copy of that, please.
For the other two candidates, or did they have bachelor's degrees as well? Do you know?
According to this, in the state of West Virginia, 911 director must pass a criminal background check by the state police and typically requires emergency experience with dispatch, including 40-hour weapon certification, EMD and ETC. They must obtain within 1 year special certifications such as EMD, 40-hour telecommunicator training. Usually requires at least a high school diploma or equivalency, with many positions preferring a bachelor's degree.
Preferred but required.
Yep.
But the thing is, that's the way they advertise this position. It was advertised for them. And that's what I'm concerned about. If you put somebody in there, if you post something, you need to go to a lawyer about this, because I'm not a lawyer, but if you post something a certain way and they don't meet those qualifications and something would happen, who's held liable for that? Is the citizens, through the tax dollars?
Does it say they must have a bachelor's degree or?
No, it was posted bachelor's degree.
Required.
I
In
mean,
my
I
opinion,
thought it was.
that's an error on our part for posting that.
Well, and then you could be right there. I won't argue that. I'm just saying I'm want to protect our county.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Well, we'll into it.
I mean, I'm not opposed to him. I'm just wanting to protect our county from possibly getting sued if something would happen. Because you don't meet the qualifications that was posted.
Oh, there we go.
Wait till she comes back.
Tammy's bringing over the others.
Hmm?
Tammy will bring over the other copy. For me,
Jason,
Oh, God.
well, Jason just stepped out now. You don't need a meeting ID to log in, do you?
no, others are in. Did you find it?
Yep.
You want to wait?
Said it's not required. Recommended.
Technically, we don't necessarily have to require it.
No, we don't. As long as they have,
I use that job description that we had.
I mean, you think about it, we could be sued for the previous ones that we posted because it said you required one, and it didn't.
Well, I understand what you're saying, but if it's in the post,
Well, that's my fault, Roger.
I feel that we ought to go with that, because if something would happen, they said, wait a minute, you posted this that way.
Right, but that was
I'm
my
afraid
fault.
it's gonna come back on county. I mean, whatever you guys wanna do, you do it. I don't care, but I'm just wanting to bring that to your attention. Personally, I have nothing against the person you chose, but one of my jobs is to protect the county. I don't want to see us get sued for something.
We put it in traction.
Yeah. If they wanna do that, that's fine.
We messed up. Everybody messes up.
No.
I've done it. Under the guidelines, it says the education and experience usually requires at least a high school diploma or
Yeah.
equivalent, any position preferring a bachelor's degree in
Right.
public safety related
They
field
don't.
alongside prior 911 dispatch supervisory experience.
Yeah, I agree with you. I read that too. But,
Think, maybe when we get to work session schedule, we can talk, decide if anybody want to go on it. Is that?
Yeah, I think we could do both of them.
Just hold on for the old business.
Well, I can reach out for guidance as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I can ask, I'll let them know how I posted it, where I got the information from, and what state code sets, so. I can do that before Thursday, is that one more meeting?
We haven't set a date yet.
We haven't set a date yet, so probably next week.
Okay.
all right.
Thank you.
Okay. Approve the 911 bylaws, 911 advisory. Board.
Another copy, please. Share a copy of those.
Lauren, that envelope is a letter of an individual requesting to be on that advisory board.
He's, he also emailed it to me, or, well, somebody, no, Jessica, I think, scanned it and emailed it to me. So it was brought up earlier, but they approved, Bruce and Yonker. But I guess Rucker would qualify as a member at large, and they already approved Rex Road and Kaplinger. There's your board full now.
Your board full?
The board's full, right?
I believe so, that's all we need are those three, right?
Do you have, what about the bylaws for 911 for the advisory board?
Did you bring a copy of those?
I gave you the copies.
At the last meeting.
There was some changes there. I
No,
think.
I gave, the
Supervisor,
day you had the training here, I gave you the
Oh,
copies.
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
you revised it.
Hopefully we're gonna have the training.
I didn't put it in my phone.
Yeah.
Are you looking for the,
I didn't hold on the line.
Joe, is this what you're looking for? No, okay.
911 county, 911 advisory.
Take copies of it.
We need what we need to do, make a motion to approve these?
Yeah.
Or request changes?
Well, if you want to change it, yeah. The firefighter association president, that's,
Steve Shipman.
Steve Shipley. Steve, yeah, and the ambulance authority president is Colby. Sheriff, who did you put in there as 911? Is that Roger?
Yes, sir.
Okay. City Police, we got Regional Police, we got Mineral County 911 Director. There's the,
Which right now is Jessica Rocho.
yeah, Mineral County Commission on Roading.
It'll be Jason.
And, two members at large.
Refrigerated Captain.
Yeah. Let's see, hopefully. There's a little discrepancy here about this. You got an even number of people. Shouldn't you have an odd number on the board to vote?
Commissioner's non-voting.
I know, I just said that. You need to read it. You need to look at that. Count them
Yeah,
up.
so there would be 7 voting each.
No, you got one or more, you got
You
two.
got two
You got
members at
two
large.
at large.
There's eight,
So it doesn't make eight.
there's 8 voting members right now.
Sorry, thanks.
So we ought to have another one on there someplace.
Well, I'm wondering if the 911 director designee should be a non-voting member as well.
That could work.
Because the advisory board's actually for the director. And so that would be my thoughts. Jason, what do you think?
I agree with that.
Roger, how you
Yeah,
think?
I'm good. We need to get back, either add one or get back one. I agree.
Okay. So I'll make a motion, we change the Mineral County 911 director designee to a non-voting member. Joe, you okay with that?
Yes, sir.
And then we, make a motion to approve the new bylaws.
You wanna make a second to his motion to change?
Yes. I second that.
Okay. And then I'll make a motion that we approve the bylaws as written, other than the Mineral County 911 director is a non-voting member.
Second that.
Freeman Petrie. Big one. Whatever you do.
Okay. Joel, you need 2 more deputies?
Yes, sir.
You got one at the academy now, correct?
Yes, sir.
So you're not counting him.
Yes, sir.
You got any?
He's the one that filled all of our, that was the position that filled what vacancies we did have.
Okay. You got anything to add to that? You discussed the need
Well,
for.
we have still have the 2 from the previous test cycle that's already made through the background polygraph, psychological.
Does that expire or anything, or that test cycle,
No,
is that only good for a certain amount of time?
it's 2 years, but
Other than
if
you might
we're
let
going to
somebody
do
go
something,
somewhere
we
else.
need to make a decision because the academy starts May.
Really like to wait till we get our budget stuff done. How much notice would you need to get them in there for May?
I have to call down and see what vacancies is still there.
Right.
I don't know what's been filled so far.
We have to have our budget approved by this next meeting in March. It gets submitted.
Yeah.
So it's 2 weeks.
So we can hash that out at the work session and talk about it at the next meeting, or during the work session, maybe.
What dates that gotta be in on?
Well, we're approving it at the next meeting.
Yeah, but
I think the 29th.
24th is our next meeting.
Yeah, 26th or 29th. But it's one for the next meeting.
29th is Sunday.
Must be the 26th then.
That's Thursday.
All right. All right, discuss approve the Mineral County Pinnacle Agreement.
That's in front of you. The MOU.
You, was, for Verizon. It was something that's, and I think it started, they were working on it back in October. I was not aware of it, I didn't start till November 10th, so, just need to sign off so we can continue the agreement.
Is this a continuation of the agreement we have already had?
That's my understanding.
Yeah.
I've limited knowledge of it.
There's stuff here that's marked out, oh, is it? Whoops, I'm sorry.
What the,
I went too far.
You went too far, yeah. It's only 7 pages.
I make a motion to we authorize the president to sign the MOU for the Pinnacle.
I'll second that. Keep training horns.
LEPC bylaws. Procedure. You got anything on that?
what, sorry?
You got anything on LEPC bylaws? Planning?
Joel handed me from where the LEPC committee met on February 12th. And where they approved by 2/3 majority vote. So the LEPC committee has signed off on the changes.
So I will make a motion to approve these bylaws.
I'll second. Okay.
That'll require all three of your signatures.
Yes. Wait till she comes back, cause it's custodian hiring that, she's got that. Why don't you got the hiring of the custodian?
We had two candidates. I did reach out to the three of you for the feedback. Unfortunately, one of them did drop out. She, is going to stay with her employer. They're working with her on her schedule. So we're down to the ones. We're gonna have her come in today to see the work areas to make sure that she's comfortable with, the amount of work and spread out of the locations. But we're down to one, so we would move forward with that person, and that is, 1 second. Sorry, there's so many people right now that I'm working. Pamela Laughlin. So we would like to move forward with taking her offer. She is coming today, this afternoon, to do a walkthrough with us.
So you approved it.
I've asked Tammy, and Cody to come up with these candidates, because I had a family member apply, so I stepped out of the process.
What's Pam's last name?
Loughran, Loughran. And she's not my family member.
Not mine.
No, I'm just saying, because I want to make sure that that was out there, so that's why I didn't continue with interviewing. I had Tammy and Cody. They're good.
You wanna Rachel to hire her?
Mhm.
Okay,
She's-
is there a motion to hire?
I'll make a motion, we hire, Ms. Laughlin.
Thanks.
I seconded it.
Okay. Budget revision.
You have a copy of it there in front of you. The sheriff has been presenting as he receives HIDA funds requests for these budget revisions. And then, and actually the sheriff's fund reason for this budget revision today. So, I have actually attached a page to it that actually has the breakdown. So it's the HIDA for October, November, December, and January, as well as a special patrol refund from Morgan County. And then we also, to also ask, when he received the money from the special patrol and he requested that went to the K-9 seminar that he was gonna have, and those funds just went into the general county. They, were just a little over $10,000. If you're okay putting that $10,000 back into his line item as he prepares for the seminar that's coming up here in April. That's to purchase, all the things that will be required to, house and, run this.
Didn't that come from the, that's the Pinnacle? Didn't that?
Was that the patrol for the Pinnacle?
It came from the detail they worked on the.
Yeah, I thought that's where it came from, yeah.
And then also for the purchase of his Tahoe, cause it was being split between Cole and General County. And at the time, Cole was kind of low, so went ahead and paid the whole thing out of General County. Then Cole reimbursed General County the $26,530, because 30 of it was coming out of General County. But we need to put that back into his 980 line item that the check was cut from. So, that was total $47,372. Any questions?
You said the hideout 10,000, but it's, you have 20,000.
That's combined. If you flip the page over. So you have the
Oh,
October, November, December, January for HIDA, and then the Morgan County, and then the 10,000 for the K-9 seminar, which came into receipts.
Okay.
So a total of 20,842.
I make a motion to approve budget.
I'll second that motion.
I agree.
All right, you want, let's see. The, oh, come on. Well, George, is it gonna take us over 10 minutes for your executive session?
Good.
Okay. Huh? Well, I was looking at that clock up there. According to that clock, we
You
got
got an iron in
10
it.
minutes. According to that. So,
Think you can do it real quick, Joel, or not?
Yes, sir.
The hearing needs to start at 10 o'clock.
yeah.
Okay. I'll make a motion to go into executive session.
Second.
For personnel,
Personnel. 41 and 4.
did everybody get a chance to sign in? I think somebody has moved the signing sheet over here at the time, and didn't help the situation.
Do I pause or leave it on?
It's only gonna be 8 minutes. You just leave it on. That way. Like 7 minutes. This hearing is already long.
It does work. It does, Joel. Yeah, it does.
Thank you.
Sarah, I told you. I'm glad to see you. Jill.
It's a shame you don't have anything to do.
Are you doing?
It's a shame you don't have anything to do.
Oh,
I'm being a little bit sarcastic. I don't know how you do it, just.
keep going on.
Even rattling off dates and stuff there a while ago from in the middle of back in the middle of the summer and stuff. From memory.
It's funny because I don't have a really good memory.
No, I think that's where it was.
Yeah. That would have been.
Well, maybe the thing, my last one. Then also get that one false.
Oh,
That's great. Yeah, this year they really pay.
We chat on Facebook every once in a while.
It's so long since it's like, now are you back in the area now?
No, I'm
Go down.
trying to work on some stuff. Yeah.
Oh, and I ask you a student about it.
Sure, that's probably the only kind of an answer.
Okay, I was going up to beach and go to practice on Sunday afternoon. And there were 2 police officers following. And when they got to your mom's driveway, they turned in the driveway. And I thought, well, why, I thought, why is there 2 police officers here on Alton Road, I thought that was a little bit strange, but.
Hey, you have somebody going through there once a week, do they go up in the park? Or they just?
I don't know, all I know is that, I'm going up the road and I was seeing them behind me there, and they pulled in there, your mom's driveway.
It's been a weird couple of years, but nothing that I know of.
Yeah, okay.
Like I said, we do have somebody looking at the house once a week. And as it turns out lately, we've been there once a week, but that's never.
Okay, all right. That's basically what. They go where they talk in front of.
Go back on the door, man, 10 o'clock.
That's good.
Is that right? Oh, no, I have no idea. I know you told me that. Yeah. I don't understand.
Yes.
Yes.
This is Nick Worsley.
This is my husband.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Thanks.
That's it.
No, I did not.
All right. I'll make a motion to come out of the executive session, no action taken.
Okay, gentlemen. Come on up. How you doing?
It's been a rough year, Ron.
Has it? That's good seeing you. Good seeing you again.
Well, we're in cohort over in Hampshire County. Eric Strikes says, well, dang, I thought you were dead.
You can't get it with somebody like you that quick, can you? It is good seeing you.
Good to see you.
You guys can sit up here if you like, or you can wherever you're comfortable.
It's a brainstorm.
This is a request. This is regarding, I want to say it correctly, the Eva Arlene Adams estate. There was a will presented, and then there was also a petition for probate in solemn form. And that is the reason for today's hearing. I'll make sure that we have all parties represented. I will have to have names of everyone. If you speak, I need you to, clarify the name. And then we have, legal representation here up in front, to represent both parties.
Do we need to swear people in?
Yes, everybody needs to swear in. This is a hearing.
So, is everybody gonna talk? You know?
Everybody needs to be sworn in.
I know, but I'm just saying, I just asked.
And we have one on Zoom,
And one on Zoom.
at least one on Zoom.
Okay, shall we stand and be sworn in? Sure. All right, raise your right hand. Do you promise to swear to, tell the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God? I do. Okay, thank you, thank you.
And I'll just need everybody to state their names.
Daniel Staggers, attorney, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Nicholas Mondolian, attorney, Cumberland, Maryland.
Sarah Michael, United Bank and Trust, Oakland, Maryland.
Sheila Fisher, daughter of the.
And then member by Zoom is,
This is Dallas O. Adams III.
that all parties involved? I'm not sure.
I think Adam's sister, perhaps?
Well, she will be.
Sheila.
No, that would be Taryn.
Terry.
I don't know if she's.
Yeah. I'm afraid she's a good woman.
I have copies of documentation. I don't know if you just need me to call upon, just to turn it over to the two attorneys and then.
More as I understand, pursuant to the code, I think that Sheila's going to have to at least testify as to mom, her residence, being a resident, of Mineral County, West Virginia, the date of her passing, the names of the parties and the extent of her estate. I don't know anything further beyond that. I don't know what else we may need to do.
what you have in front of you is the will that was presented by the bank, and then the one that says copy, is the copy of the will that was done in 2007. Yeah.
One. That'd be good.
Pardon?
This is the 2004.
And both the original one from the bank and then the copy from 2017.
Okay, I just wanted to know. Thank you.
Yes, the original one from the bank that was presented was December 9th, 2008. And the copy that was petitioned probate and solemn form was from December 11th, 2017.
So we have two
They
wills here.
could not find the original of the 2017. Therefore, the reason for the petition of probate and solemn. When they're asking is that you accept or what today's hearing is to accept their copy of the 2017 as the intent of the original.
Okay, 11 for the 9th. Which one?
There's 2008 and there's 2017.
Oh, sorry.
2017 is more current.
Okay.
And that's the one they want to adopt.
That's a copy though, not an original.
Copy, yeah. This is 2000.
But when somebody comes to probate an estate, they have to have the original will. When in this case, they did not have the original will, there's a code section where they can request a petition to probate solemn form.
There's 17.
This is the one you want.
That's the one they want to go by.
Should have had 3 copies of each. Apologies. You want to make additional copies?
No.
Um. Mr. Staggers, had mentioned, so the testimony of Ms. Sheila.
You might just turn and ask her the questions. Will you be able to pick that up?
Yeah.
Okay.
What you need to do, sir.
Okay. Please state your name.
Sheila Darlene Adams Fisher.
And, are you the daughter of, Abel Adams? Is that?
I am the only living sibling, the only living child.
Okay, and Dallas Senior was your father.
Dallas Senior was my father.
Okay, and your mother, Eva, where did she reside upon her passing? Do you know approximately the address?
Sure. She was 7977, I think it's Nobley Road.
Okay, Middle County, West Virginia.
Yes.
And the extent of her estate, did she have land, real estate?
She did. They had a farm that had been in the family for generations. Part of it been cut off over the years, but there's like it was land. Most of it passed on TODs.
Thanks for that.
Yes, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
at her death, but there is a trust in Oakland, the checking accounts.
Now that trust in Oakland is through First United Bank
Yes,
in Oakland.
and otherwise, I think there's a 20-some-year-old, grandma car that's been in the garage, and
Okay,
there's some, farm equipment. Dad was 91 when he died. How good it is anymore, I don't know, but
but there is a checking account, you say, is that with First United also?
that is with Romney, correct?
Yes, that would be in Romney.
Okay. Any other assets that you're aware of? And that, I'm sorry, I'll get too many questions going in my mind too quickly. That transfer on death deed goes down to Dallas Adams III?
Well, there's 2.
Okay,
It was originally one when you did it with Dad and Mom. And then it was redone with Mom in the last year. And then it was divided in 2 pieces. Instead of half going to me, the idea for my parents was that it would go between me and my brother.
Okay.
So it was me and my brother and kid. So it was supposed to go to me and then half to Taryn and Trey.
Mhm.
When it was rewritten in the last year, it went to only Trey.
okay. There no other real,
Trey and I mean, my part was still my part, but
okay,
the other part was just Trey instead of Trey and
and there's no other real estate that you're aware of?
Tara.
And the only automobile was that?
Yeah.
Automobile that's in the garage someplace? Okay. Is there a title to it somewhere?
I'm sure there is somewhere.
Okay. And if you are, if the will is admitted to probate, are you the executrix named in that will?
Yeah, I think I'm the executor in all of the wills, yeah.
Okay,
Dad was a businessman, he did it pretty frequently. No, the only living kid, so,
and you would like that appointment papers so that you would be able to close off
yes.
taking care of any business of mom and your father that would have come down to your
Yeah.
mom.
Pretty much mom, I mean, we're kind of at a standstill because she died January 1st and
Yeah.
we've got bills to pay and we've got, funeral homes to pay and doctor bills to pay and,
And you would honor your mom's wishes.
of course.
I don't have any other questions.
I don't have any questions.
Anything else?
Not her.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, do you have?
No, go ahead. You have more?
Well, I do. Did you want to talk to the other heirs first, maybe, or?
So I guess really the only question I have on my mind is that we're being asked to go with the 2017 will. And I guess I'd like to hear if there was any objections. I probably jumped the gun and asked that question, but that's all that I was.
Well, I'll go ahead. My name is Nick Montoliano, and I'm here on behalf of First United Bank and Trust.
Okay.
And what happened historically, as I understand it in this case, is that in 2008, the deceased, Rita Adams, executed a will and associated local trust. The will, by its terms, appoints First United as the executor. And it names First United as the beneficiary of it, estate assets. If the 2008 will prevails, then the assets in the estate will pour over into that trust. They'll be distributed out of the estate into that trust, and then will be distributed pursuant to the terms of that trust. If we fast forward 17, there's this subsequent bill that Mr. Staggers was just talking about. And under that will, Sheila Adams Fisher is the named executor. And I believe she was the beneficiary. From the standpoint of First United, it's a little bit tricky because the bank is acting in a fiduciary capacity as a trustee. If it advocates the 2008 will and that will prevails, the assets of the estate pour into the trust, and the dispositive provisions of that trust are different. The beneficiaries are Sheila and the two children of those 6 women. If we advocate 2017 will, Sheila is the sole executor, Sheila is the beneficiary. So no matter which will I would advocate, if we advocate 2017, we're favoring one beneficiary over another. If we advocate 2008 will, we're advocating another beneficiary over another. As a fiduciary, it has an obligation of fairness to everyone, and can't really take a position one way or another. So I think First United is the trustee of this trust, and even as the name executive for the 2008 will, needs to remain neutral. Additionally, I don't think it can, but don't think the beneficiaries would want it to extend trust assets, which those beneficiaries will inherit on a will contest. So I think what would happen is this: First United stands ready to administer the assets that are already in the trust, because there are some already in there, and it stands ready to administer any additional assets in the bank, but which may come over to the trust, assuming the early will is the will that prevails. But it seems to me what we've got here are competing wills and a will contest is what I think I see coming. And that's why I mentioned maybe I should go last, because I haven't heard from hardly the other heirs or beneficiaries, Mr. Trade. So from our standpoint, thanks to this trustee, I think we take a neutral position to see what happens. I don't think we can do anything else. Or we might violate our duty of fairness. I hope I'm making sense.
You make perfectly good sense to me.
Gentlemen on the Zoom.
It'll be Dallas Adams the third.
Yeah, I'm still here. Sorry about that.
You wanna ask him questions? Do you have any questions for him or?
Well, I guess I should ask, just so, all of us know procedurally what is likely to happen. Dallas, what is your position with regard to the 2017 will that is the subject of the, petition in solemn form here today?
Where I stand, I'm having a little difficulty hearing a little bit.
I'm sorry, I'll speak up. What I wanted to ask is, what is your position regarding the 2017 will that's the subject of the proceedings today?
On that 2017 will, I'm not exactly sure. I mean, whatever my grandmother and grandfather did, I know that's the one they did with Staggers. I'm almost positive I know where the originals are. Maybe they might be with Jason Sites. Maybe.
I guess, pardon me for interrupting you, but I guess I should stop to ask, are you represented by counsel?
As of right now, no. I'm in Virginia.
Okay, you have not
Jason-
engaged counsel to represent.
Jason Sites is my attorney.
Okay, is he representing you in this matter?
Not at the moment, no.
So as I see it procedurally, and Dan, you might chime in on this in a minute, but as I see it procedurally, there are two issues. One, does the third 2017 will get admitted to probate? That's the subject of this petition today. If it is admitted to probate, then I guess the question is that the will we go by, or is the probate will the one we go by? And I think that depends upon what, if any, action the heirs or beneficiaries under those rules take.
I'm also concerned with his statement that Mr. Sykes can have this will that's in question.
Yeah,
I mean, is it possible to recess and see if he has that?
Sure. I think that would be the proper thing to do, to make sure you get the, the original will.
We weren't aware of
Original will, meaning the 2008 will.
2017.
2017.
they have the original.
Where did this come from? Does that come from your records, Lauren? This will, the 17 will? that we
That
have?
was presented to my office, yes.
You'll be,
It's a copy. I'm get ready.
I've got it right here.
Okay,
That had been in your records or they just brought it in?
they presented it. They
Okay,
presented.
Some time ago.
I think that
So,
it was
yes.
First United.
Yeah, First United had-
It was in the file.
yes, the First
Okay.
United presented their, well, actually, I'm gonna put him on speaker, Roger.
yeah, I'm going to see
As-
these here.
Yes, it wasn't in our files. The copy was provided by
Oh, okay.
I did not have the 2017 will at all,
That's okay.
but we had the original 2008, and we still have the original trust agreement in our vault.
Yeah, I know it's a copy, but it does look legit.
Thank you very much.
Didn't you check her file?
He's in court in Hampton County today.
But she checked the file.
I don't know, Renee.
Yeah. It would be either under Eva or under Dallas.
That's gonna take her a while to find
I'm gonna let you guys talk to her, okay? I'll put her on speaker. Yeah, this is Roger again. Hey, we're over here at the county commission and there's a question on a wheel and stuff come up and Jason is representing the one individual. Could you do some checking? I'm gonna let the two lawyers here talk with you, okay? All right, gentlemen.
Ask her if.
Well, I'm one.
Yeah, she just needs to check and see if there's a will by Eva Adams. That's original will of Eva Adams.
2017.
Did you hear that?
Sounds like the CMP wants me to check and see if there's a will for Eva Adams.
Yeah, it was on December 11th of 2017.
Pretty sure that there is, but
We're actually in a hearing right now, and the question is, we have a photocopy and we understand you may have the original in your possession, which is the reason for today's hearing. It just came about that you may have the original in your possession.
all right, that would be something in Jason's big file. Do you need this right away, or can I have a couple minutes? Maybe I can,
Yeah.
message Jason and.
You should definitely communicate with Jason on this point too, yes.
Okay, so, but I know he's in court, so I will just send him a hangout. I'm pretty sure I know where his file's at for that. I can go give a look. And can I just call this number back?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
All right, give me a few. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So, now what?
Now we wait.
Wait.
And I hate for the commission just to be sitting here like this.
I understand.
I mean, if you wanna,
Well, I mean, it would have been nice to have known this information a while back. Because all the hearing, the notices and so forth. But, the point is that should they not have the original will in their possession, then it'll still be on you all to determine. So if you want to proceed with the argument that they have, should they not be able to locate the original?
Okay, so I'll go back to my question, and is there any objection to using the 17 law? That it's a copy,
On behalf of First United, we're neutral as to that issue.
okay?
yeah, and I'm advocating for Sheila, which would be the, 2017.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
This is kind of maybe a dumb question to you,
Yes, sir.
both of you, but there's one thing that I've had a lot of family members pass away, and there's one thing that I try to strive to do, and that is to be honest with all parties.
Yes,
Is this 2017, is it honest with all parties involved?
I mean, from our standpoint, yes,
I mean, everybody is shared up equally.
not in 2017 will. Sheila would be receiving the assets under the 2017 will.
Because everything had already been distributed under the transfer of deeds,
Transfer on
except
debt deed.
the trust and whatever little money is in her checking account, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The transfer on debt deed, just to give an explanation.
Yeah.
You do a deed and it's revocable, therefore there's no 5-year look back. Therefore, if you go into a nursing home,
Yeah.
that's not gonna be counted as an asset against you. But it goes outside the estate directly to the person you've named in the deed. And Trey was named, as I understand, Sheila, was named as the grantee in that transfer on debt deed.
Yes. Well, there was two. There's
Okay.
one for me and there's one for him.
Okay.
It was Karen that was left out of that. But that was not
Karen is who?
his sister.
Okay.
The will originally said the 17 will and the 08 will, they all said that Taryn and like I said, mom and dad were dividing between my brother and I. So that's what was supposed to have happened.
Between your brother and you.
Mhm.
And then your brother is deceased.
The brother's already passed.
And her two his two children comes in on the rest.
They were originally by the will. Last year, my mother was taken to the attorney and did the two separate TODs instead of the one TOD that Danny had done with them. And when it got split, Taryn had been left off. That was done without my knowledge. And so Taryn,
Well, that brings up, I think, another question. I can ask this question. What then would be the assets in the probate estate? Whether regardless of which will is.
Or the transfer on that because outside.
Is that right? So
Yeah.
what assets, if
That's why I
any,
said-
are actually left in the estate?
Yeah.
Are there any?
I mean, the trust would go
Minimal.
outside the,
Yeah, but I'm talking about probate assets that would be administered under one of these wills. But what are those assets, the probate assets?
and that's what you were
the
saying.
car,
Yeah, the old car. that
you know,
mentioned.
maybe some old equipment in the barn,
Bank accounts, investments?
bank accounts.
CDs?
I
mean,
don't think,
I don't know. I have no idea whatsoever. I'm just asking.
I mean, honestly, we've been in a rough position because we can't even kind of dig for that because we didn't have authority. So, but I would expect they were, you know, they were at the end of life. They had minimal means. We're just trying to close out what they
The
had.
FMB bank, is it joint or was it just in the decedent's name?
Oh, no, they had banks all over the place. And I'm sure it was, they were in both at one point.
Both being your mom and dad.
Both
Which are
mom and
both
dad, but no,
deceased, so
of
that-
course, dad died.
Yeah, so that would be
Almost 4 years
adjacent
ago.
her estate. There.
Right, correct, I'm sorry.
But everything at First United is in the trust. So there's really not as many assets.
No,
Yeah, to get back to your point, to figure out how to find out what assets. There needs to be a will to designate an executor or executrix. So they can go check and see, what banks, what amount of money's there, and cause you can't get in without that appointment paper.
Right. The reason I asked that, my only concern, I've seen this numerous times. But when my stepdad died, everybody was treated fair and equal,
Yes.
even though,
Yes,
but I've seen people
I understand.
grief brings greed out in people. I wanna see people treated fair.
Roger,
I agree.
I agree also. It's amazing when somebody passes,
I'm telling you.
the family members come in to make claims.
Yep, you're 100% right.
Well, hopefully we'll hear back from Jason.
And then for this all, we can adjourn and, you could let us know if they find the original.
we did come in from Pennsylvania, so if there's any way we can settle this,
Close it up today.
today, that would be.
Shouldn't take very long to check a file.
I hope not.
Yeah.
They usually, the commission will usually take it to their local representation as well,
Mhm.
just to ensure.
Sure.
You mean an attorney representing the commission?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, the prosecutor.
That you would
Yeah,
tell
that's
them.
what we kind of refer to.
I see.
Can I say something?
Yes, sir.
What was your name?
Steve Fisher. I mean, honestly,
Sheila's husband.
we need to turn this stone over, obviously, but from council to council, it was, the other side said they didn't have the original will. But obviously, we need to go through it because.
I hear you.
Hello.
Hello?
Roger?
Yes, ma'am. Okay, I got you on speaker, so they're listening up.
Okay, so I just went through those files and I only have a copy of the will from 2017 as far as I know. Now, we do know that that the Adams file that we have is pretty big. So, I mean, Jason could possibly have it, but I don't know. I know I found a copy. So at this point, I'm thinking we do not have the original.
Okay. Any questions?
No, sir.
About those? Okay, hey, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You want to answer? All right, thank you and have a good day. Bye-bye.
My question to everybody is if the original is found, that can be presented also to you.
Yeah.
And then things could change at that point in time. And if anybody is the executrix and misuses property, they could be in trouble.
Mhm.
So, but I think the point that I'm trying to make is if we can get somebody appointed as the executive or executor to be able to delve into it and find out where the money is.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Mr. Adams, you still on there?
Yes, I'm still here.
Do you have a problem with the 2017 will?
I'm neutral on it.
Okay.
Well, then I guess whoever the personal representative or executor would be would depend upon which of the wills prevails.
Yeah. That's what it's, yeah,
It's
that's,
Sheila under the 17 will and First United Bank and Trust under the 08 will.
okay. And First United wants to stay neutral. They're not,
Yeah, because we can't, I don't think we were in a position to favor the dispositive provisions, who gets what is different under the 17 will than it is under the 08 slash will slash trust. So, I think that has to be our position.
okay. I don't have anything else.
Questions whether we will,
But that would be in circuit
or
court.
be in circuit court, correct? If there is none, then there is none.
So you want us to rule one way or the other? Whether she could give her permission to, which, how long has this been going on then? Oh, Lord. One of them. How long?
My mother had dementia the last several years, so that's why we're struggling to find things that we would have easily found at one point. Mom died January 1st. They were very organized, and I am very surprised that I can't find it. But every time they did new wills, they always gave us a copy, which were usually by Danny. So that's why there was a copy of it.
I don't have anything else.
I'm in favor of giving her permission to close it out.
Do we need to have a bit of a motion?
And it's not any, you just state, it's just,
I mean, that's up to you. I didn't know whether you wanted to be put in a position to make a decision right now, but if you're comfortable with making that decision.
I'm honestly comfortable making a decision. There's nobody against the 17 will. Sounds like everybody's on board. It seems to me to be the right way to do. So I'll go ahead and make a motion to accept the copy of the 2017 will from Miss Eva Arlene Adams.
Still challenged, like law.
In court.
Anything can be challenged. in court.
Yeah.
No, I mean, they pay out that will. It's like, yeah, there you are.
And it'll be interesting once the assets are actually proven as to what assets are even in question, whether anybody wishes to proceed. Yes.
Right.
I second that.
So your motion was to accept and to allow the 17 to be put on record.
Yes. Get it closed out. You don't want to make too many more trips back here from Martinsburg.
You never rush it. This past year's been hellacious for me.
I can only imagine.
We're not getting any younger. I know.
Now, we might be able to.
So, well, I hope that is satisfactory to all.
thank you.
I really do.
Just wanna-
My main concern why I asked that question, I have a good friend right now who's going through basically the same thing, and she's been treated extremely unfair, and I don't like that.
Yep, I agree with you.
And I think this lady will do good.
And so, if she does something inappropriate,
Yeah.
something he does.
I'm not sure we'll end up in the plus, sir.
Don't know what.
Sure, we'll end up in the plus. So that's-
I know we don't always live by this rule, but I have one thing I honestly tried to do. Do unto others as you would have them to do unto you. And I know with my family, when we went through this, that's the way we did it.
Questions, follow up. Wait, is there any time requirement that we have to, we've only done a couple probate installment forms.
Yeah.
So the actual process is on a little rough one. So is she able to actually walk up to the office and now be qualified, or is there any delay in the order?
There's any delay when I read the code.
I have to look the whole, I don't know.
Do they need our signature on anything?
Oh, yeah, I don't know if we need to make an order or signature or anything.
We have an order there, but just that you're, I just wanna see if I can get her in. Is Tina with somebody?
Or I try to fill a torn tendon and ligament in my left knee. I gotta get that replaced.
Like I said, she is out of town.
Just your ligament or your left knee?
So left knee, I gotta get replaced.
The whole knee?
Yeah,
My wife just had hers. She, I'll tell you what, when you have that done, listen to what they tell you. Get your therapy. And you'll do fine. Probably one of the best things you did. It's really painful for you.
I'm just thinking out loud. Have any information. Jason.
Yes, sir, if you could.
But no, I will. In fact, we came up last week. And I can't tell you what was there. I just remember seeing a little something. And I wrote this
To Dr. DeBosch. We got two of them. Behind the Chevrolet.
Yes.
We got DeBosch and Fahadi. She went to DeBosch. They're going real body.
But you still think he's the super guy.
That is.
Main Street. Went to
They
their
got along
attorneys.
great. But now you need somebody.
So I didn't know where.
Yeah.
First place. The doctor came out and talked to me the first time. I know I told her she could.
So it's all in this.
Okay, let me get your name and I'll.
That's what I want her to do. You're
Yeah.
not. You do what's best. I said, that's what I'm going. So anyway, they kept her for, well.
I got all written down before you.
And they brought her, and I brought her home, and she said, honey, I got a problem. I'm gonna lay down. She had sleeping retirement.
Yeah. Speaking of.
And she said, but what, she had to have something to do about it.
And use it after emotion.
Yeah, everything like that, she had, and so what I did, she said, how am I gonna find them? You're parking over. I hooked her phone, go set the other side of her, so she could call me. After the fifth call, and I just stayed. But she doesn't, she is, I mean, it wasn't easy the first little period of time, but she done, she just, we went to. We went down to. You can't even.
Hospitals will allow me to stay at night, so cancer stuff.
Yeah.
I don't, I feel like I can.
But she did. Yeah, you must have done a little bit, but now.
But overall.
Yeah. I go to Amazon, one day. They don't want you out on the floor. Be very careful falling or, you know, be careful being. She was over one day and she said, she got down on the floor. Well, she wouldn't get down. She got down on the. So I got her both feet and she got down. You get on her.
It's funny how you have.
I'm that fear.
Yes.
I'll take an original, but if we don't need an original, I'll mail it back to the house, because I know that's expensive. Just making sure we have.
There's
I think I only need a copy, but I'll take just in case that way.
And I'll tell you what else to get. That's just one of the that's where it happens. But you said
I actually have mine.
get one of those.
They'll keep the blood flowing there.
You've got to be, keep your exercising.
Gotcha.
Just do what so we can.
Yeah, and I will. I mean, I've done everything, you know, pretty much to recover.
I took a little, like a brain mark, like all these cheese.
Yeah.
Made it in our fridge. And she, ice packs, and I would lay it over just about the size of her knee.
Yes.
She monitors her waste package.
They are.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah, I was at
It's
work.
reducing the swelling,
Yes.
yes.
It's unreal.
Right.
It's clear that it's part of his compliance.
Yeah.
I know she was.
So your face does because it is.
I know, right.
Yeah.
And it's like the doctor said, he said, "Dan, we gotta get a replacement." And they agree.
I think Kurt will be able to do a good thing more than.
Yeah, because what happens, Martha, is you hurt your lungs, so the complication might be.
She had everything. Biggest favor back then,
Yes.
she was putting screws in.
Okay. Yes.
And she said, now the 3 minutes gone. It's not 3 minutes.
Yeah.
But no, I would recommend you do it. I really would.
Go ahead and take care of her now.
Carry on and do that.
Yes, I don't know.
Yes, let's do it. Yeah. Thank you all very much.
Take care of yourself. I'll get better. When do you have any done?
March 23rd, coming up.
That's my Monday, I'm sorry. Yeah.
And it's the monitors. And I got it. And
That's one, either clear on the first grade or second, but you have.
And,
You got it.
always
You got it.
government. Staggers, yeah. And he said, "Dan, that's not the reputation." No, I say.
I agree. Give yourself a few minutes and you'll be out walking. You may not be running, but you'll.
I ain't running anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't see what you do. But I just- Yeah. Thank you, Martha. Thank you very much. You still get blood?
Yes, sir, I do. Yeah. I've been using 25 gallons.
I knew you were getting. And that's much. I mean,
I enjoy, make you feel better.
psychological. Somebody told me, it's kind of like you do an oil change for your car. When you get blood, you're doing an oil change.
I gotta go down this month, I forget what day it is, 26 million.
Uh-huh.
And, I gotta.
We have to do everything.
I'm working on 26.
Wow. I'm impressed. Yeah.
Listen.
Thank you guys very much. Good to see you.
Glad we can help you.
Oh, thank you. Yes, she can get that.
Let's get it done, get it out of the way, yeah.
The trees were. Good to see you. I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
I'll call you.
I'll talk to you later.
Your buddy, I was telling him, over Hampshire County looks at me and goes, "Well, I thought you were dead." Sorry, we're talking.
Reminds me of the cowboy on the train toss. I watched it in the movies.
Yeah, I love movies.
I don't like this news.
No.
I watched.
Yeah.
And that's John Wayne in the train toss, when he was gonna hang that sheep farmer and they found this guy was gonna hang, he found out who he is, who he was. Well, she was dead.
I walked in the courthouse over there and he looks at me and he goes, "Oh, Eric Strike." He goes, "Oh, I thought you were dead." All right, guys, thanks.
You safe. Good.
All right, good seeing you guys. Sheila, I'll call you. I'll call you. You gotta go down and do your thing.
Okay, thank you, Danny, appreciate it.
That's the problem. Yeah, you too. Take care of yourself. He said, "Oh, boys, well, that's, it's already done." Thanks, Ed.
One of the family.
Yeah.
Whatever, boy.
Well,
They want to go to that. So,
Oh, I agree.
I have their wish.
I agree. I know the lady, a good friend of mine's going through this, but when she was in a big old mess. Yeah. I think they actually tore the will off. One individual family did. It's sad. Yeah. It's sad.
Well, that's really.
I always do what's right.
Take advantage, man.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. The larval harvest, man.
Okay, well. best of
Thank
luck
you,
with
kind
it.
sirs.
Thank you.
Yes.
So you're going down, to the annex,
And Tina.
and Tina will take care of everything. And if I go to the other one, should Mr. Sites have the original will, then that won't be put on record.
He said in court before that he did not, so I was surprised to hear that. He
Okay,
said he did.
I guess because he had the copy, so.
Yeah, well, we were going through the copy.
Yeah.
We had the copy. Okay, thank you.
Danny, your brother, did he work for school board?
My brother? No, Danny's my cousin.
Danny?
Yeah, yeah. My brother was military.
Right down there.
Okay, so you're cousin, yeah.
Yeah, nice to meet
Danny.
you.
Yeah, I know him, I know him. Yeah,
I
understand that. I said that, but I didn't.
Her brother is Junior, he's the one that got killed in the plane wreck
Yes.
down next to
Martinsburg.
Martinsburg.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I knew. He was flying a C-30, wasn't
I knew Dallas, your cousin.
Tribal truck.
Danny, I mean, my
Or
cousin.
Danny, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I hadn't seen him for a long time. He's not.
He's not, her brother. Yeah. Sure he's still on, Ray, but.
I remember that.
You already got down.
Which boy down with fiber.
Right down by the courthouse.
Okay. Where am I now? Opposite courthouse in that church lawn or something?
Yeah, so you're just gonna go to the front door here, walk down the side.
I don't wanna speak to it because I don't feel like I could speak intelligently.
I worked with him.
This is all recorded on this.
That's all.
Right outside.
Chilling, and all this is
Okay.
too.
Not
So.
that far.
All right.
Say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So,
And he is,
Nice meeting
you
you.
want to put anything out there?
he is,
Bye-bye.
who you were talking about, who was the next person you said? I'm sorry, what did you say? More Danny, Danny, he's great. I can't remember, his Junior, back there. We're all good there.
All right.
We ready? Sorry, guys.
Best of luck to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. You just you?
Yes, sir. Eric's not
I know we're a little early, but if we want to get you out of here, what do you think?
flexible.
You don't have to sit around and,
If you don't have anybody else coming.
yeah. If you don't have to sit around and have a, listen to a boring meeting here.
Good to hear Eric's coming.
These I have experienced, I found them quite interesting, some of them. Eric's not available. No, he just emailed me this morning, he wasn't available, but yeah, thank you.
Okay.
So good morning, everyone. So my name is Lynn Altizer. I'm the newly appointed biomedical account manager for Mineral County and several other counties in West Virginia. So I'm here today on behalf of the American Red Cross to respectfully ask the Mineral County Commission to recognize March as Red Cross Month. This annual tradition honors the neighbors, volunteers, and community partners who make the Red Cross mission possible here in Mineral County. Every day, their compassion brings relief, comfort, and hope to the people facing some of life's most difficult moments. Within our Allegheny Highland chapter, Red Cross volunteers and staff stand ready to help whenever they are needed. They provide shelter, food, and emotional support to family after disasters like home fires. They work diligently to maintain a safe and reliable blood supply for hospital patients, people battling cancer, experiencing complications during childbirth, or recovering from traumatic injuries. They also support military members, veterans, and other families with 24/7 global emergency communication services, and they empower the community members with life-saving skills such as CPR and first aid training. Here in Mineral County, that impact is very real. In 2025, the American Red Cross assisted 6 households, which included 18 individuals that were affected by fire homes. We collected 1,351 units of blood at 42 local blood drives. We've trained 99 people in CPR and first aid, and we supported military families with 14 case services. Each of these numbers represent a neighbor whose life was made safer, stronger, and more hopeful because someone in this community chose to help. We also have several upcoming blood drives in the county, including the one today in Fort Ashby Fire Hall, which is hosted by the Lions, March 24th at the American Legion in Kaiser, and March 26th at the Burlington Fire Department. Yes, I visit Mineral County a lot these days. It's beautiful out here, by the way. These drives and the life-saving blood they collect are only possible because of the generosity of the local partners who open their doors to us. We are grateful to organizations such as the Fort Ashby Volunteer Fire Departments and Lions Club, the American Legion in Kaiser, Burlington Volunteer Fire Department, Northern Grumman, Elk District Ambulance Service, Wesley Chapel in Short Gap, Mineral County Technical Center, Excel Performance Rehab, Frankfurt High School, and let's not forget Potomac State College. So together, these partnerships demonstrate the strength of this community and its commitment to caring for neighbors in times of need. As we celebrate Red Cross Month, we recognize these local heroes, volunteers, donors, and community partners whose dedication ensures that no one faces an emergency alone. Therefore, we respectfully ask that Mineral County Commission to proclaim March as Red Cross Month, honoring those who lead with compassion and encouraging others to join in building a stronger, more resilient community. As you know, the American Red Cross is a nonprofit, non-governmental organization that relies on the generosity of donors to provide these critical services. In support of the work we do here in Mineral County, we also welcome your consideration of a $2,000 contribution in 2026 to help us to continue these services to local families. Thank you for your time, your partnership, and your continued commitment to the people of Mineral County.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I'll start this off like this. I make a motion that we proclaim March 2026 as Red Cross Month here in Monroe County.
Thank you.
I'll second that motion.
I agree. I'm glad there's one thing I want to ask you. I give blood a little bit. How many times are you allowed to give it a year? I know they say every 56 days, but that doesn't always pan out, does it?
Correct. So it's every 56 days, a maximum of 6 times within a 12 calendar year.
Yeah.
So your 12 calendar year, yes.
Yeah, because I couldn't give it last time.
Because you
I
were
give-
not eligible because you already maxed out your
I
number of
give-
donations. Yeah.
Matter of fact, I'm in Burlington 26th.
Yep.
I'm
March
already got an
26th.
appointment for March and May.
Okay, well,
So-
great. Well, hopefully I'll see you there.
Yeah, I hope so. Are there anything else that we can help you with?
And no, this is just, thank you for your time. Yes.
I'd love to have.
You also want to ask for some funding.
Well, yes, I did. I asked for you to consider a $2,000 donation.
Is that for our next budget year or is it for now?
That's, when it came last year, you actually gave it out of the current fiscal
Yeah.
year.
Okay.
But if you want, or you can, if it's something you want to consider budgeting in the upcoming year.
So I make a motion that we go ahead and give them $2,000 now, donate $2,000 now.
Second, I'm good with that.
Thank you very much. We greatly appreciate
The other
that.
thing, when you come down to Burlington the 26th, you know, I know most people don't understand what I'm gonna say because they had to be there to see it, but
Uh-huh.
you know, them nice little pair of socks that you guys give away? Well, my daughter took one. I'm just teasing you a little bit.
You know, we might have a couple extra, because whenever there's any extra giveaways, we set them aside for like the high school drives, because sometimes they hit. Oh, you sure? Because I can bring you an extra pair.
I was just teasing you.
Because they are really good socks.
They're very good.
Yes, they are.
My daughter seen them and she wanted them.
Yes, and they're high quality, well made. Yes.
What's the highest amount of donors? The most blood that's been donated here in the middle. Do you know the person that's donated the most?
The person? No, I do not know.
How many gallons have you?
So in 2025, I know Mineral County as a whole has donated 1,351 units of blood in one fiscal year. So you guys so think about it this way. My area of coverage, I work with Washington County and Allegheny County of Maryland, Mineral, and all the way down the West Virginia line to Pendleton. And you all are my 3rd highest producing county in collecting blood.
Pretty good.
Do you want the original?
I was gonna say, I had brought copies, so I wasn't sure how you
Well,
want to do the
Because
paperwork.
we have to put the date on it.
Perfect.
So unfortunately, it doesn't have the.
That's okay. It all works. Thank you very much.
But you know, I would, since we're on Zoom, and I would encourage people to give, because I've been giving for years, and I feel better the next day. I feel good. I'm working on 26 gallon.
That's fabulous. Thank you very much.
So I enjoy it. I like it. Of course, you get a 10, you get a free meal.
Yes, you do.
And sadly, I haven't done it, but Dad did all.
Yeah.
I mean, he had all, that was, you know, back in the days when he gave away the pens and stuff. He had all kinds of pens.
I know the next morning when I get up,
He could wear pens like crazy.
I just feel like I've had an energy shot. I don't know what has done that. I honestly don't, but I feel that.
Good. It's good.
I don't know, getting some of that old junk out, I reckon. Of course, I don't drink or smoke or nothing like that, but. Get it
See,
out.
we need more healthy donors like you.
Do you take any medications?
For my age,
Prescription medications?
no, I don't take medication. I don't
Okay.
take nothing.
Well, that's
And we're
that's
not
why
gonna get
you,
into
that's why you still feel as well as you did.
No, Tim, we're not gonna get into my age, but no, I don't take medication.
So yes, the sponsor for the Fort Ashby Volunteer Fire Department, Miss Linda, I told her I was gonna be by today. And of course, she says to me, you better show up hungry. I made some New England clam chowder today.
See, our church, it's usually in August. I can't remember exactly every time we've had it, but they want people to sponsor it, food, and we do that one time out of the year at Burlington.
Right.
Because I stress to people, they need to go give.
Yes, because you know, you just never know whose life you're saving.
No.
And one whole blood donation can save up to 3 lives.
Maybe it's fun.
It could very well be your own, it could very well be your neighbor, or it could also be very well that your blood type and antigens could help an infant or a mother in California. And I am just so proud to work for an organization that we do have the network and capability that if we need to get a unit of blood across the country, we can.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, the last few times I've given, they have sent me a message. They won't tell me the name, but where it's basically where it's with.
Correct. And due to HIPAA laws,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
we can only give you so much information.
I give you so much, but yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that's nice.
Against a lot of that stuff.
You give?
I worked in healthcare for about 2 years and I absolutely, that's one of the big things I can tell you is I absolutely despise the HIPAA laws. Because they counter really what they are designed to do. And you know, that's my interpretation of it, but that's.
Well, anyway, thank you.
Yes,
And
thank
the
you.
Red Cross for what they do. They help a lot of lives.
Yes, and we greatly appreciate your time today and honoring on both of our requests.
You're more than welcome.
All right, have a great day.
See you the 26th.
Yes, sir.
All right. That's pretty much it on the agenda, isn't it?
Discuss and work on some stuff in the budget. You got the bills, the estates, the generation, that kind of stuff, yeah.
All right.
Administrators report. So are we to there yet?
We're there.
So I want to bring back up the job posting for the director and the bachelor's degree in question. I want to bring that back up, see if we can maybe resolve that. So I looked back at some postings. So in 2019, Mr. McKenzie posted for a deputy director and then hired the person in question. And it was posted that the bachelor's degree was preferred. And then it was reposted in 2022, which I don't know that we filled it. Did we have another deputy director?
I don't think so.
Okay, it was posted on Indeed back in
That's what you were
2022.
gonna get an assistant. You should probably run it by the county attorney.
Okay, that's fine. I wanna bring this to light so that we know what we're looking at. So it's reposted again in 2022, and this time it was posted as a required for bachelor's degree
Mhm.
for a deputy
Yeah,
director.
that's, I didn't mean to cause any extra work on you, but I didn't.
No,
want
I
us
just
to get-
want to do the right thing.
That's, yes.
But I guess my question is, we went back and forth with posting, so what do we want? Do we want to have a bachelor's degree? Because state code doesn't require
And if you have experience, it goes
it. It
beyond.
does, it states that.
I think.
I'm saying that's more valuable than the.
So I'll talk to the prosecuting attorney.
No, I'm talking about the county attorney,
The county attorney,
Wendy.
Wendy?
also Wendy. Oh,
But I think we ought to go
She's
to
good, she's good.
state, I think we ought to go state.
Cover the scenario.
I will, because I will, past experience, in HR, I've posted positions, posted it required the bachelor's degree, preferred masters, and I've hired people without. But this is gonna be illegal. Absolutely. No, I agree.
So if worst case scenario, we would just need to repost the
Based on
position
what the
as a,
attorney recommends.
Definitely do. I just wanted to bring that up just so we didn't lose sight.
yeah, thank you.
Good. Bills? You wanna go through?
We got plenty of them.
Oh, we still want to continue, oh, we're doing bills first.
Was there, did you have anything else?
All right, you wanna do, what do you wanna do?
Your
You wanna do the
reports?
reports?
Administrative report, we don't have to.
Is that all you had on your report then?
Candace?
Is that all you had? Okay.
Okay, yeah, if you wanna go and do your report.
Okay, since the last commission meeting, March 4th, West Virginia Corp, meeting that we had in here for training. I was here for that. Also on the 4th, went to Piedmont Town Council meeting at 6, then drove up to New Creek, Fire Station for their meeting on the 4th as well. On the 5th, I met with World Vision. On the 6th, I was at the VOTEC all day speaking to FFA class in their meetings. Then I got a phone call yesterday, maybe you two could help me, trying to drive over there by Walmart. The road is so bad up there that basically they don't, New Creek, sending their ambulances and things up through there can't even, it's gotten that bad, they're afraid of that for terror.
Is that an HMO?
It's
Yeah.
not.
It's a what?
Is it an HMO?
HMO.
HAO, yeah.
Or we'll get it right in a minute. So it's a development. I need to look to see if that road is actually a right of way or if it's actually deeded to people. I got the same phone call as
Okay.
well. And the fire departments are worried about taking their equipment up there because the road's so bad. They don't want to tear up whenever you have $500,000 to $1 million vehicles. You don't want to take them up through there and tear them up. I don't think they'll deny services to people, but they want help. The fire department wants help to try to get the road fixed, and it's gonna, to me, my opinion right now is that it's gonna be up to the people that live up there, that they have to get together and fix the road.
Okay.
But I don't think the people that's there.
It's not a state road, then it's a.
No, we have nothing to do with it.
Yeah, we don't, well, yeah, I don't think we have anything to do with
We
it.
don't, but the people that lives here needs to.
Right now, they're
Issue.
accessing the people by going on Pine Bluff and coming down that way. Okay, that's the only thing, that's all I have.
I was at the West Virginia Corps meeting also in the morning hours. I can't remember what day it was. I had a SEDS meeting and CEDS didn't originate. Was last I got it wrote down in my book.
I missed that one.
Last week sometime at Candlewick. And also I was at the Fountain Shrimp Feed, talked to a lot of people out there.
Sorry, every time you say SEDS, I'm thinking you're saying SAIDS,
Yeah.
like SEDS.
It's a-
CEDS.
Yeah.
I think the first time in the minutes I had said.
They had a good meeting. Candace was there. She didn't announce that she was. She liked it. She done about time.
They did.
Since the last meeting, I was at the risk pool meeting, 26 and 27. I was at, we going to the Carbondale meeting, but it canceled.
Oh, I did go to that. They didn't tell me it canceled.
Yeah.
Does that count? Cause they're all the way over.
Had an airport authority meeting. On Friday the 6th, I read to the kids at Fountain Primary School. Saturday, I was at the Shrimp and Oyster Feed at Fountain Fire Hall, then I went down, up that early, down to the Frankfurt Athletic Booster. Shoot, what was it, elimination?
Yeah,
what was that? Elimination dinner? Yeah, elimination dinner. So I got fed well Saturday, that's for sure. Geez, spent a lot of money though. And had some discussions. Corey got the call yesterday about Trend Drive. There had been some stuff going on with the power lines, with the Morrow power line. Hampshire County has issued has declared to be an intervener. Preston County is in the process of doing that, and so is Monongalia County. And I would like for us to, maybe we'll put it on the agenda for the next meeting. And I'll find out what all we need to do to be an intervener and what's this stuff.
You don't know what an intervener is.
And you get all the information from the Public Service Commission, any information that's submitted to the Public Service Commission, you get a copy of it. And then you also get to speak on behalf of the commission and the residents, that's part of the Morrow line. We've already come out that we're against the Morrow line. And it basically gives you a stake in the process of the approval from the Public Service Commission. Or denial from the Public Service Commission.
You get a voice.
You get a voice in it, yeah.
And something we have to decide with the commission, we have to make a proclamation or whatever.
Yes, I believe so. That's what I gotta find out. I gotta find out exactly what we need to do and how we need to do it.
Okay.
So that's something for next meeting, okay? And I believe working on setting up a meeting with, or setting up the opioid committee meeting. I think it's one day next week that we had talked about. I gotta look for email. Can't find it right now. I think it's one day next week, but waiting. All right. So I have.
Did finally get our ballots approved, so I'm gonna try and get my ballot commissioners either in today or tomorrow to get the ballots. Been working on budget, working on payroll. Do have to get my poll worker letters out. I still need to find a location for Camp Pinko voters. I'm looking at a couple options right now. And, I'm going to send letters out to all non-affiliated and independent voters, informing them, making sure they're aware of the, Republican Party is a closed primary.
You still being used one? Good.
No, endorsable this year. So, they did, there was a press release, regarding that, and we've had a lot of people interested, but a lot of questions, trying to understand what the, that they need to change their party by April 21st to vote in this primary. So I'll be getting that information out to the voters ASAP. So I'm still waiting on my financial statement.
There's one more thing I forgot to announce. There's this on there, but, we was questioning at our last commission meeting about this. There's no, how do I want to say this about the taxes, collecting taxes when the city wasn't money owed? How did, Jill present that? You recall? Where people's not paying their taxes because they think they don't have to pay their Personal
Well, they didn't submit their assessment forms,
Is that how?
so they weren't carrying it over onto their taxes.
You got to do that.
They're not getting the form from the state because they didn't pay the taxes because they didn't assess. So it starts at the beginning, getting them to assess so they can be, get their tax bill, so they can pay their bill and get the exemption.
Yeah. So people need to understand that, right?
Yes.
I couldn't remember exactly how it was.
Candace, do you need two of these letters for the rates? There's two of them, I didn't know.
No, I'm probably just trying to,
Okay.
I just keep one and I'll keep one and I'll send it over to.
And then there's Fleetwood and there's that.
I'll make a copy for you of whatever gets on.
In the exonerations, Jill did want to point out that there is exonerations in here for 23, 24, 25, for, a taxpayer. They reviewed the DMV records and, they said they did not have the vehicle. And the assessor's office reviewed the DMV records and that vehicle has not been listed on. They're not sure how that particular vehicle got added. They had somebody new doing their taxes and that it was caught. So that's why there are three of them. Because it was a business, they had so many assets, I guess that.
You have three bills in here for building commission fund off of the same run.
Yes, those, that would be for March, excuse me, April, May and June.
Okay.
That is for the loan payment. And so if we go ahead and put that money in there, because that money has to be in there. Yes.
Well, maybe that's what it was for, but I didn't know for sure. I didn't
Yes.
open it up.
I had to do three separate ones since there's the three different funds.
Asbestos people, is that right?
That's the second one that did the. Yeah, so like the very thorough testing. Gotta give it to Tammy because I wanna see what their recommendations are.
Okay.
Yeah, things I can be popular with words.
The ARPA letter, at the last commission meeting.
Yeah.
The American Rescue Audit paperwork came through. This is just an additional letter that needs to go with that. It does need to be signed by the commission president. They said it was approved at the last meeting, but.
This was just something additional letter they wanted on our letterhead. Just that we're doing, basically confirming that we're doing an engagement. Sharing information of expenditures for the American Rescue Plan Grant. And that we're doing it basically remotely by sharing documents. And then this, that you're giving them a memorandum of understanding for the power. On that one, and then.
I have the page with the LEPC. Here's the exact, the ARPA and the other.
Yeah. I need to get Lauren Turner to sign Craig Cox.
And Hayes and Dawson.
Oh. I just took her to sit down for the office.
Yeah, I was working on payroll last night, I'm off 8 cents, so I thought, just do that. You're off 8 cents. Kim did have knee surgery, and she's done very well.
Corner's not her. Good.
When she's expected to be out. Or do you ever set up to work from home or?
4 to 6 weeks.
I have a workers' comp update for her. Send it over to you. I'm gonna talk it during budget.
Still send it to Kim,
Yeah, I will.
also, how do you do?
I will. Yeah, I'll share it with her. I was gonna share it when we meet for budget. And explain what was explained to me. Roger, this came for you as well the other day in the mail. I don't know what it is.
we're going to need to set up the after and the whole junk vehicle.
Oh, I talked to Mr. Delsigmore from the health department. So he was gonna respond back to them. He explained it, that it's something that the Department of Environmental Protection would have to be contacted. So that person should reach out to them.
So they're gonna be here.
Yeah. But I think that's what was the information, because it's not necessarily, I guess, that type of buildup of stuff out of the home is, I guess, attracting rodents. So the stuff needs to be removed.
See you, Jim. Safe travels.
Blessed day, guys.
See you, Jim.
I did text, Lauren, asked her to slip down and sign those sheets.
Not right now.
No,
I'm here.
well, when she's got time,
Yeah, I hope she doesn't go for everything.
okay, I will text her.
Right. And it's correction to the amount. Adjusted on this one.
The American Rec Food Plan is not certified.
Okay.
So it's all time to take care of it on this pay. That's the amount right there. So we're going to do it.
So we making,
Once
pay
it's-
that back or?
Yeah, it's adjusted off this pay. And that way, if you see that page right there. Cause this is what you put out, this is a holiday. Like what you want to put in there or something. Yeah, yesterday we have it correct.
But these are, you think it will be.
I'm pretty sick.
Did she leave?
I was gonna take her parking spot, it was right there, cause I had all these bags I was carrying, I had to park through down there, I was like, I had not enough for a parking spot.
I almost took her spot, cause it's just so easy to get in
I
there.
know.
Yeah, it's been something that's going around. I've had a headache and a sore throat. And that's what she had this morning. Maintenance, some of our maintenance happen as well. Careful.
Roger, did you, I look at the overtime?
What do we?
Are we covering, any budget stuff today? Once we're finished then? Sure.
Okay.
Good. I brought all my stuff with me.
That's not on the agenda.
It is.
Always on your agenda.
I don't want to work on it too long.
Yes.
Huh?
We can, topics that need to be.
So. We're five, that's what, 500,000 over budget.
Yeah. All three of you are seeing if people are, you see people?
Yes.
I'll make it, bring this up earlier. We did have internet connection that was outdated with Frontier, and we did get that canceled. When I first started, it was given to me that it was something they weren't sure that we needed to continue to pay. So that is, it is, I think it's, I don't quote me on the cost, I think it's almost $500, so it's been canceled. It was,
What was that now?
Frontier, we had a connection, and I had that canceled.
Okay.
Because, but, I asked how long the connection was not being in use, and they cannot provide that to me. So, I was just made aware of it when I started, but it is
We have a connection, we had a
We
connection
have-
with Frontier.
but it
we were
was-
Paying for.
prior to the remodel. I think things have
Okay.
changed. So it is something that's, I meant to tell you all that earlier during the reports, just.
You get all the final bills on the probation building, both meters,
I've canceled Comcast.
2 electrics, 2 gases, and 2 waters.
Yes, the Comcast was the last one because it was sent to me and it was a junk mail. So it went to my, where they block emails, so I had to unblock it.
We did get both water cans, I remember seeing one. I don't know if it's
Those waters, we have another bill that just came, so I don't know if that's.
Okay, so maybe that's the final
Took
bill.
it over the other day.
Okay, okay.
I think it's.
One of those things.
Yeah, I know you guys now, since you did. Yeah, we'll just walk out and we'll be straight down and enjoy it. Man, I think you got it. It was a fun one. It's, I like to go, looks what, so many good fun. And like
That's all I'm trying to do. It's not little, but stuff.
Fun, but shit.
I'll go over. I pretty much. Other than Tammy, she's the only one. Back at Christmas time when I had it flu.
You want to quit getting sick?
I really do, but
They have a help, they will help you. Go to Walmart when you leave here today. Get your bottle of zinc.
Yeah, I
You take zinc?
used to take it.
Oh, that's all I take.
Used to take that with elderberry and all kinds of stuff. I haven't been and I probably should.
I like it. Do you want this? We
Make copies of them.
And, that's not something to do.
Just awesome. It's just. The vision of the process. Right now. This one, and then there's the red one, make a copy of that one. And then once the other two sign the files. Hard to get 3 different bags to carry all the stuff in his head.
We might have to get you a wagon.
Yeah, there we go. Roll wagon down. And it can't see, so probably not.
You need that then, right?
Yes, because it's sure your
I'm
copy.
sorry. I didn't even look at it. I just.
Roger, it's that. Yeah. The waiver final stuff, yeah. Yeah.
Harlan,
One.
Halloween.
You sat down the bottom there.
Oh. Oh, you sound, I didn't
Yeah,
know.
they'll have everything that needs copies, I think.
There's. Yeah. Tables, exonerations, and a state.
Yeah, I'm going to film in just give me a second here to get this paper straight. I got to make a citizen. Here, we can approve the, accounts payable.
I make a motion to approve the accounts payable
With the purchase order.
with the purchase orders.
Second.
Okay, and then exoneration
Make a motion, we approve the exonerations,
in the estates.
I didn't get a second on that.
Second.
and I make a motion, we approve the estates.
Second.
You want to adjourn this meeting?
No, no,
Have a
no.
Work session.
No,
I know with I asked before we.
No, we don't have an advertised work session. It's part of this meeting.
Oh,
So. Okay, so what you have here in front of you is a couple of different things, this long pages, on the first 6 pages are your revenue pages.
This was plugging in the amount from the assessor's certificate of values and certification of values, excuse me, and also made the changes, from the February 24th meeting when we reviewed the revenues and made those recommended changes.
In the first 5 pages.
Or five, I say six, didn't I?
Yeah, you said 6.
Doing those pages, I'm sorry.
First 4, actually, that's one is coal severance.
The coal severance is at the end. I had a very low, I had $1,000 as a carryover, which was only going to give us a $31,000 budget for coal. But in figuring what we need to pay the quarterly contributions for this fiscal year, as well as what we took out for the Tahoe, it looks like our carryover was actually going to be closer to 12,000, which would give us 42,000 in coal. Now, we had 75,000 coming out of coal with contributions. Some of those contributions used to come out of general county, and we moved them to coal when coal had excess. So I moved some of those. I moved the flood control 718 into general county. I moved the resource network and Sarah's house into 950 into general county. And also moved the Historical Society and Tucker Community Foundation back under general county. And then that actually coal balances at the $42,020. General county, on the other hand, and going through this little page right here. Okay, it's pretty generic, but in kind of getting an estimate of what our carryover might be, and when we were looking at previous years.
Where's that page?
Um.
Did you give that to, it's not in this
Yes.
packet, right?
No, it's a.
You gave that to us earlier.
It was just a separate page.
The revenue from the Development Authority, that comes from Northrop Grumman, what's that under?
380.
Thank you.
380. So this is estimated, or excuse me, actual revenues received for March, April, May, and June from prior years, 23, 24, 25. So you can get an idea of what kind of revenues that we're gonna get to the end of this fiscal year. And then you look at your expenditures. Now, the expenditures are due March, April, May, June, and July. Because the tax bills go out July 15th, we don't really get that much revenue in July, but we have bills in July. So the expenditures are included on this report. So you can see over prior years that the expenditures exceed the revenues, and then that's where it gets into your carryover. Previous years, 23, we had 3 million. 24 at this year at Common Point, we had 3.8 million. 25, we had 3.2 million. Our current balance right now is 2.1. So we're already $1 million less in our account, and then you figure in with the carryover. So to put 1.5 as an estimated carryover, sorry. Put 1.5 as an estimated carryover, I'm concerned with that, and I know last year when we were short on our budget, we thought, well, we'll just blow up the carryover and make it balance. I'm kind of concerned about doing that because I don't think we're gonna have the carryover. We're gonna start, depending on when this like courthouse project and what expenditures we have in it, how much of that is gonna be spent before the end of the fiscal year.
We got the air conditioning units right now.
So several things going on, the house, getting the house taken care of, the blue house,
We don't know what kinds we're gonna be facing. there.
right? And are they gonna hit this fiscal year and affect our carryover? So, I do have the 1.5, truthfully, I'm kind of concerned even going that high.
That's
I'm,
the line 229.
yes.
Okay.
So that's just a sheet I play around with just to give you an idea, but if you look at the prior years, we had over 3 million, 23, 24, 25. At this point, in those years, we had over 3 million in our account. We have 2.1 right now.
This dropped pretty quick now.
Yes, money doesn't, yes, it only goes so far. And, I think all of those expenses that have been taking place over the past couple years is starting to really affect the account. So I am kind of concerned about what kind of carryover we do. We can inflate some of the revenues, but that's not gonna help us. You're gonna have to cut in the expenditure side.
Can't float something, may
No.
not be there.
No, exactly.
We're going back to pre-COVID revenue,
Yes.
carrier
Yes.
pre-COVID.
Yes. So that's where we are with the revenues. Any questions on the revenues? And like I said, you have, all the prior years, I did increase, I will tell you this, when we talked about doing the line items, the 380 and the 388. Are those revenues that come from the outside agencies and local funds. 380 is from other entities. So that's the Board of Ed, the Development Authority, Parks and Recs, and Ambulance Authority. So where we put, 100,000, it's actually. I think I got ahead of myself. Yes. Okay, I actually put 413,472 because with the money from the Development Authority and the Ambulance Authority. Because the Ambulance Authority is paid out of general county payroll, then I invoice them as soon as we get a chance. I was gonna say every month, but I don't get to it every month. So figuring that in, so that's 413,472, and then 388 are transfers within county funds. So that would be the opioid refund in general county for the prosecuting attorney's assistant, monies from AVAL and 911. So those are funds within the department is 388. So I put actually 60 there. We had 35 when we were working on them in February, but I bumped that up to 60.
What about the interest that we've gotten off the opioid money?
That's in the opioid
That
fund.
stays in opioid.
That stays in opioid fund. Yeah, the interest was saying, I'm still trying to track down the so-called interest off the rainy day.
Okay.
So,
And how
Really?
much-
Yeah.
How much interest have we gotten on the, P cards?
we average, I think we budget 6,000. We budgeted 6,000. It's under 366. No, I'm sorry. It used to be under 366. I apologize. It's under 382.
You got a P
We
card
budgeted
rebate,
5.
you got P card rebate.
Under 366?
Yeah.
We previously had it under 366. I caught the error this year. We actually did a budget revision back in the fall and changed that to 382. So 382 is refunds and reimbursements, and that's 382,005 P card is actually $5,000.
Well, you got it on this under 366.
But there's no amount for this year. There's a zero there for this year, and then if you look at 382, there's a dollar amount for this year's budget. It's slightly shaded gray is this year's column. So I don't have anything budgeted in 366 for P card, it's under 382.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, that's okay. I have been trying to clean up some of the chart of accounts, which I did not get through all those last night. There are, well, in the chart of accounts, and the revenues aren't too bad, but I do need to clean up some of the line item for the taxes to make sure it's, matching the state chart of accounts. I'm not sure why those weren't changed years ago, and I don't know why I didn't catch them years ago. Now, some of the other documentation that you have in front of you, this, well, we'll stay on the long pages, I guess. This short page right here is just the last two columns of this, okay? But what's different about this one is, number one, it's a little bit bigger and easier to read. But I've also done this column here, it's the difference. So this column right here is the difference of last year, an increase or a decrease, okay? So that way you can see that. Sorry I'm giving you so many different piles. The other packet I gave you was I put a copy of everybody that came to the commission meetings, any of the handouts they gave.
Oh,
I put those in numerical order by department. So you can reference that to the budget as we go through what the requests were. And I've actually plugged those requests into the main sheet. This, when I refer to the chart of accounts, the uniform chart of accounts is what we use with our accounting. It explains the funds, the departments, and the items of expenditure, object of expenditures. And that these items, to make sure that the items and the department heads are actually putting them under the correct category. There, as I mentioned before about the copiers, they used to be under the departments. And then I don't know if just because it came easier, every time I had a copier, it just came out and started coming out data processing. But then you're not getting an actual of what that department is actually costing you. So Cindy went through and Cindy did a spreadsheet of all the accounts, you know, all the Potomac Edison, all the DeLang, all the Comax, and then to actually move those into the department that it affects. I did have a question because Krista has 3 copiers and I believe those are actually for the courtroom. So I don't know if that's not gonna come out of 403 for her department. So I do have to make an adjustment on that. This page here is just a copy of our outside organizations that we contribute to. This is the current year. So it's in our spreadsheet. However, if you just need a quick glance of the outside agencies, because from General County, we're given $326,593, and from Cole, we were given $74,000. Again, Cole went from $74,000 down to 42, and I had to move a couple of those into General County. So, and you don't have time to really work on the budget today. That's why we do need to have a work session. Now, Roger, did you want this in an Excel format as well on the computer? Okay.
I get on to some, but I'm not worried.
Okay. Dutch and Jason both asked for it. Did you both receive it?
yes. Okay, 1:30 in the morning.
That's after 2
I
o'clock.
mean, if you want to extend it, I don't care.
Well, if you're not gonna work on it, it doesn't benefit you, because this is, and it's gonna change every time it changes. So, and if you don't make the changes, then you don't have numbers. So unless you're gonna,
I get on that real quick, but I don't get it.
yeah, that's what, you can see, I don't even have my laptop, I'm just using the old school.
It's not a list of work you've done. If you're making changes, we don't get to see them.
You're
It's
just.
not
sending
collaborative.
it.
We had to make a change.
Yeah.
I get in there and take.
But like if you change it, your changes, no, we're gonna discuss that, I'm gonna make this change. Okay. Cause I have to, for my document, and the one thing I didn't bring today was the salary sheet. I worked on the salary sheets, went through the steps, went through, and I wish I would have brought that. Of course, they have the 600 step, that added, oh my gosh, I forgot to mention, we went up in a classification. It is a classification change here. We're changing from a class 3 to a class 2. So, I did figure in here, the elected officials did bump up in a salary increase.
Why did we change? Did you?
Well, because we went over 1.5 billion in assessed values, which we actually changed last year, but last year was not a classification change. So,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
So it kind of concerned me when I was first doing the budget and I was entering in all my numbers, and then you have to plug in numbers from the previous year. And there's 2 different spreadsheets, and the one you use an F31 column and the other one's a like I-41 column. I used the wrong one. We were short like $300,000 in revenues. Ooh, that looked pretty scary. I said, how did we go? Oh, and we're gonna have to drop our rates back. But I always double, triple, quadruple check everything, and so, like I said, we were 90,000 over in estimated collected taxes, but then the insurance increased by 90,000, so that ate that out right off the top. The HRA does seem to be working for the employees, and we are doing a little bit better there because not all the employees use the HRA, so we're, even though we have that money set aside for the deductibles, we're not actually using that amount. So, so I did plug in this spreadsheet here, I did plug in all the requests from the outside agencies, and from the departments that proposed. I did not touch the county commissioner ones, the commission annex, Parks and Recs, you know, as we go through those for those requests. Because I know, Aging and Family Services, they were asking, they get 7,000, they were asking for 14. Piedmont Library gets 10, they were asking for 2 more, they were asking for 12.
Did you leave them all about the same?
Yes, I think I did change on here, I think I did take the library up to 12, I don't remember what I did for aging. Like I said, with toll. Let's see, aging. Now, I left aging at 7. I think they were all left. Everything in Cole was left the same, except for the ones that, oh no, the library, okay. Piedmont Library was getting 10, they asked for 12, I put 11 just to carry it over. So whatever you wanna consider there. But yes, I moved the flood control, the, development center, Sarah's house, and Historical Society, Tucker Community Foundation. But when you look at your revenues compared to your expenditures, we're about 500,000 more in expenditures. A lot of places to cut. Now with the $600 to the employees, a couple employees, 3 employees hit the 20-year mark, so they get 2,000, and 2 employees hit the 10-year mark, they get 1,000. If they were on the 5, 15, or 25, they got 750, and everybody else received 12. And that was an increase of 37,500. I don't know that if you can do an across the board raise, as I mentioned, we're over 500,000, but on the spreadsheet that I will bring back, I had it figured for an extra $400, which would give them a total of $1,000 increase, would be an additional $27,000. Or if you wanted to do $1 on the hour, that would add another $108,000 off of that, which we're already short. So,
So if we give everybody $1,000, so we got it in reserve.
we're short of $500,000 right now.
Yeah, I'm saying, and even what we got in reserve,
There is no reserve. I mean,
you know what I'm talking about.
if you're referring to rainy day,
Yeah,
rainy day has 1.6. That would last us 3
that's what
months.
I mean.
That would last us 3
Yeah,
months.
but if we're only over 500,000, if we give everybody $1,000.
That's given, the 500,000 is giving everybody what they asked.
What do you, bottom line, how much are we looking at there?
For the $1,000, it would be an additional, it would be the 37 for the steps plus the 27. So you're looking at 63, 74.
Plus the benefits now, I'm talking about benefits.
Yes, benefits figured in.
64. That's 74,000 then.
Yeah, I can't remember, I know it's 37 something and 27 something. The one paper I didn't bring, I thought I gave you the papers. That was the one paper I didn't bring, print off.
I hate to lose any employees, because I don't wanna do that.
Getting the employees, you know, we have a lot of wonderful employees, and being able to maintain and wanting the employees to stay, and I'm sorry, but people have to be able to afford groceries and afford fuel and so forth. So, you know, when they have an opportunity, and I know some places we can't compete with, but
I'd like to see us give them $1,000.
that would be their 600 plus 4.
600 plus 4.
Yeah, because their steps are already getting.
Yeah, I know that.
So it'd be additional 27 on top of the steps. Like I said, there was a department head that requested a particular increase. And then, the officials, it was very small increases. I think your increase was 813. 813 for the commissioners. The assessor and the sheriff's was only $406 increase. The circuit clerk and county clerk was 1,600 and the prosecutor was 2,700. I don't know how they came up with those increases and steps, the differences. It's kind of funny because the reason for the increase in classification is because of the assessments, which the assessor's office does the assessment and the sheriff collects it, and they got the smallest increase. And that makes sense. So I'm not sure how they come up with those calculations. But this has what they requested. You all have to determine what they're going to get. So it is going to be a long day because we're going to go through every line item. So what do we have there?
We had it this week.
So we're just in a nutshell, we're looking to cut 500,000 and then plus figure out how to give raises.
Yeah.
That's in a nutshell.
So, yeah, simple.
Plus, if this bill goes through, looks like it's Senate Bill 587. That's a raise for the elected officials. That could change things too.
We gotta figure that out.
And, that. Bill's sitting in House Finance right now.
And Bill, if it goes through, then we don't have to do it. Sounds like, if I misunderstand, we don't have to give the raises. If we don't have it in our budget, but it only happens on the officials election year.
Well, there is an initial raise at first.
How is it?
Yeah, I think there's an initial raise at first. And then they're going, then they got some other kind of formula.
Okay.
Let's go under Tuesday.
Monday might not be good.
Tuesday. Either one of the 2 days,
Doctor's appointment Tuesday. I got ADR on Sunday.
Here.
I got doctor's appointment Monday and Tuesday.
Monday, I might have something going on. I'm not sure yet. And then
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Wednesday be the better day.
Wednesday, the 18th.
I don't know what date it is. Yeah, the 18th.
I think I can do all day if we need to.
I could do all day Wednesday if we need to.
With the lunch break then.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Roger, can you?
Yeah, 18th should be good.
Can we
That's
start?
on Wednesday, right?
Yes, can we start in the morning and then we can make adjustments and then maybe take the break for lunch and then
Time.
at 9 o'clock work?
Starting out of here at 6.
Say there.
So Wednesday, the 18th at 9 AM for budget work session. And what we'll do is we'll actually start. Number one, go line by line. See where we can come up with $500,000.
Pay rate on top of that.
You said the 18th at 9 AM?
18th at 9 AM.
Is that when you all wanna meet with, the recording the truck?
They're gonna be up the week of the 10th through the,
He's coming in next week. The guys got the trucks. He said he'd be in the area.
Yeah.
Uh,
he might even just hop in by Zoom too.
Is there a work session scheduled for next week?
yes, sir.
Wednesday at 9 o'clock. We have to go line by line on the budget.
We're gonna cut your budget.
We cannot add anything to the agenda, strictly budget.
Or that?
Some of the departments, tax office, law enforcement, circuit clerk, prosecutor, county clerk. I think I'm missing somebody. For the, copiers and utilities and so forth. I told you 1,600 for the lease. It's actually 1,900. So,
Me?
yeah. Yeah, I told you it was 1,600, but when I really got to looking at the chart of accounts, the lease for the copiers and so forth would actually be under 1,900.
Would it be cheaper to buy our own copier instead of,
Not really, because they, with like, well, particular with mine, with the Xerox and the quantity that I made, because all the supplies and everything's, included, and then in 5 years, you're getting a new one, and so.
And they handle all the, certain maintenance, they provide toner and everything too.
They supply the toners all included. At
Yeah.
least I can speak on the Xerox because my contract with them includes any usables and maintenance. But I will say, I went over 3 years without ever even calling Xerox. I only had to call them after we moved the machine over and it got covered in dust, you know, from the construction.
Yeah.
So otherwise I wouldn't have had to call them. So, but yeah, so everything that I just gave you, all of this, bring back. I'm not copying it all again.
Oh, no, then you'll bring me in. The wage.
The salaries.
That would kill our budget another.
Yeah.
grand.
It's had to have a separate bag just to carry all the
I'm
papers.
going to mine right here in this drawer. Is
Okay.
anybody gonna be meeting in here that you know, Candace, before next one?
Okay, is there any other?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
second,
Sure.
tell you where you can get half of that 500,000.